The Horrible Gamers podcast may contain content not suitable for all ages. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Horrible Gamers Podcast, show number 239, being recorded on January the 12th, 2019. I'm one of your hosts, Jesus Gonzalez, known as Jesus Rockstar. Today, I'm joined by my friend from the West Coast, the best coast, Henley Merrill, Gunny Chief. Welcome back, Gunny.
What's up? How we doing?
Good. Good. How you doing?
Doing good, man. Feeling refreshed after a couple weeks off.
It better be, motherfucker. You gone for 3 weeks? The hell?
2 weeks.
3 almost.
Well, we took off New Year's, and then I was out in this plane in the snow this past weekend.
Yeah. Okay, whatever. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, Gunny Chief is the only one who could be on the show today. Fucking Eric is fired. Fired.
Gone.
Out of here. Fuck that guy. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, you can follow us on Twitter at _Horrible Gamers. You can join our Facebook group, Horrible Gamers Podcast Community on Facebook. You can always email us, feedback at horriblegamers.com. And you can support the show with your monies, all the monies, at patreon.com/Horrible Gamers, like Johnathan Hall has, Alan Maybe, Joshua Wolf, Evan Tanaka, John Jerome, Adam Sunday, Clint Thiel, Dirty Bite, Robbie Wheat, David Snyder, Brian Capessa, Nathan Malice. Thank you guys. I really, really appreciate your donations and your help. It goes a long way. Trust me. It goes a long way. Yeah. Anyways, people, let's get this show started. We're in 2019, Gunny. This is the first show we do together. How are you feeling about this?
I'm feeling pretty good.
On a scale from 1 to 10.
11.
That's not on the scale. That means you're not.
I played a
good.
lot of games for 2018.
Oh, you did? Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. Okay.
Kind of doing some catch up. Going through that backlog.
You know what I did?
What's that?
I played some games from 2018. Let's talk about
anything. Anything from 2019?
No. Fuck. 2019 is not relevant yet.
Not until next month, right?
Yeah.
When more shit comes out.
Anyways, let's get talking about video games. I want to talk about some games, Gunny. I played lots of games this week. Starting off with some more Spider-Man. I'm actually now playing more Spider-Man. Got a new suit. I got this black suit. He looks pretty badass now. That was the last mission I did where I found this lady. She was doing these puzzles around the city that I had to go find and take pictures of these stupid little cats. And then finally I found her lair. And in her lair, she left me a suit, like a brand new suit. So I got a new suit. There's tons of suits in that game. You can unlock a bunch of them. But I just unlocked this new suit. I don't know what it does. It does something. But I don't know.
Does each suit do just something different?
Yeah,
or
they all
just
have
more cosmetic?
No, a lot of them are cosmetic, but some of them do have special abilities. For example, the last suit I had on was the Tony Stark suit from the movie or whatever. I had that one on, and that one gives you a little spider robot that you can call in, and it's flying a drone thing comes in and starts webbing everybody and shocking them. So it helps you kind of fight enemies off when you're surrounded, because it gets pretty tough sometimes. You get people with rocket launchers and shields and fucking they have those electric things on their hands. So when they punch you, they electrocute you, and they punch you 10 feet away. So that one's pretty useful because you build up your bar or your meter or whatever it is that you do to call it in, and you call it in and it just comes in and starts taking everybody out really quick. That's pretty cool. But this new suit, I don't know what it does. I don't know what it does yet. I got to go back and play. Literally, I I unlocked it, I finished the mission, and I saved the game. And I was like, all right, I'm done. This is my stopping point right here for now. So I stopped. But yeah, I'm having lots of fun with that game, dude. I fucking love that game. It's like the best superhero game I've played ever. It's better than Batman, dude. That's how good it is.
Cool, man. I was listening to Scott Clark talk about how he had a really good emotional moment in that game. As far as story goes as well, besides just the really good gameplay.
There was some pretty crazy shit that happened, on this last thing where, like, there was, like, this cop that helped me do something. I'm not going to spoil too much, but, like, he was getting, like, a medal of honor or something from the police department because he helped me, like, do this crazy shit. And I was at a ceremony or whatever. Peter Parker, right? We said you're at the ceremony as Peter, but then some shit goes down at the ceremony because it's like the whole city is there. Like the mayor is there, the police department is there, and then like crazy shit goes down. Shit starts blowing up, and you're like, holy shit! And then after that, like a sequence begins where like you chase down a helicopter and you kind of like jump on the helicopter, so you're hanging off the helicopter. And the helicopter is going through the air, and you're punching people out of the helicopter, and the helicopter starts crashing. So you gotta like do like this quick time event thing where like you're fucking trying to stop the helicopter from crashing into people, and it's fucking insane. I'm like, this is like a movie scene, dude. It was pretty awesome. I like that. I like that. Alexa, shut up. Stop. Stop, Alexa. I need to mute her when I do the show.
I'm talking Spider-Man. Not you.
But yeah, man, lots of fun in that game. I'm loving it. Everything about it is just awesome. The swinging, the fighting, the movements. Lots of cool things. Lots of surprises happen in that game where you're just doing things and all of a sudden something happens and you're like, whoa. Yeah. Yeah, Spider-Man.
Sweet.
Besides Spider-Man, I played some more VR games this week. I finally got around to trying Wipeout VR again. No, last time I played this game, I didn't like it at all. I didn't fucking like it. I was like, this is stupid. But the game cost $6, so I bought it because it's $6 fucking dollars. Like games on VR are so fucking cheap that it's like, why not buy it? So I bought it for $6, and Wipeout VR is a fun game. You're in the cockpit of the fucking whatever the thing is called. I don't know what are they called? The Wipeout vehicles.
I'm trying to think of is this something that's on Steam, but it's out on VR as well?
It's been
on PS4?
everywhere. It's been everywhere. It's been on arcade machines forever now. It's been everywhere, dude. Like Wipeout has been everywhere forever. Like since like the fucking 2000s. It's been everywhere, man. So like, I don't know. I've been playing this Wipeout VR. It's pretty cool. You're in this cockpit, and you're just hauling ass through these maps, which are really pretty cool looking maps. They're like sometimes in the city, sometimes in the sand. Sometimes it's just different parts. It looks very futuristic. So you see your hands and you're fucking hauling ass to the map. And you can like pick up these power-ups, which are like missiles, guns, bombs, mines. And you're trying to either take out the other drivers that are with you on the track, or try to dodge their shit when they shoot at you, or when you can see them behind you, kind of, when you get in front of them. You got like a little rear view mirror type thing. They can look behind you. And it's a really intense game. I was playing it the other day with Johnathan Hall online, actually. We went to the online matchmaking, and we were playing online, racing against real people, and that's tough, dude. Some of those people in that multiplayer are just insanely good, and, like, there's no way I was going to beat them. I would end up, like, in last place most of the time. It was, like, one time where, like, I was, like, one place ahead of Johnathan, and I was making fun of him.
Yeah, it looks like that online, on-rails type shooter, hovercraft.
It's not a shooter. It's a racing game. It's
just racing.
You're
okay.
racing.
I remember playing this on PS1.
You can shoot people with your missiles and your rockets and shit, but you're racing. The whole point is a race. Like, I mean, if you get shot down and you get blown up, well, you're in the back of the pack and you got to catch up to everybody. And there's boosts you can pick up and like little power ups on the track where you like go over them and they'll give you like a new weapon, or you get like a speed boost. All of a sudden you get like a speed boost and you can keep hitting those to get speed boost to get around people. And the different vehicles have different types of things it can do. Like some of them have better speed, more acceleration, but less armor. So that means if they get shot, they're going to get blown up way faster than the other vehicles. Some vehicles have a lot of armor, but are kind of slower than the other ones. And some vehicles can carry more weapons. They can carry multiple weapons, so you can like cycle through them. If you pick up multiple power-ups, you can cycle through them to see which one suits you best at the moment. If you have mines and somebody's behind you, you can switch to the mines and drop them behind you real quick and fuck that person up. Fun game, very fast and very fun. Like you're going up walls, and all of a sudden, like the track will like flip upside down or flip down, and all of a sudden you're going like straight down like a 90-degree fucking wall, and you're going down. All of a sudden the track turns left, and you're sideways to the left, and then all of a sudden you're going straight up in the fucking air. You're just going straight in the air, like just on the track, going straight up. And like if you're paying attention to the track, it's not disorienting, but if you start looking on the edges, like of the track, like if you look outside the track and you're looking at the orientation of the buildings, you're like, oh man, I shouldn't be looking over there. That does make you feel kind of queasy, because normally we're not used to driving like straight up a fucking wall or something. So looking outside to the edge does make you feel a little bit weird. But it's a fun game. That hasn't made me feel sick like I thought it would have. Because most people experience sickness with this game. They say like it's just too intense of a game. It makes you feel like when you're falling off a cliff, or when you're going straight up or straight down, it makes your stomach drop a little bit, because your body's like freaking the fuck out for a second, like, oh shit, we're falling, but you're not really falling. So I've been playing some of that. It looks beautiful too, so I suggest you get Wipeout. If you have VR, get it. It's $6, man. Like $6, and you get like a bunch of like tracks and like 3 different campaigns, a bunch of tracks. So like different race series you can do. Like there's the first series, the second series, the third series. And I think like the third one is probably like only based on combat. The other 2 are based on racing. So like it's a pretty cool game. It's like Twisted Metal, but on a track with futuristic space pods. Feels like the Star Wars Pod Racer.
That's the game I was trying to think of, the Star Wars one. That's something you would have played in an arcade.
Yeah, but you're hauling ass. Dude. You're going fucking fast in this game. More VR talk real quick. Played some more Firewall, a 0 hour. Been playing that a little bit on and off, trying to find people to play with. That game is just tough to rank up, man. You gotta like literally grind and grind and grind to rank up in that game. Some people like just now are hitting level 50, and the game came out in August. So, and those people have played it like nonstop since August, and they're just now hitting rank 50, which is the max, I think. So
nice. I did see gameplay of that. It looks pretty cool. I think I watched one of the community members stream it.
It's a fun game. It's probably one of my favorite VR games out of all of them, and it's the most. It's the fun. It's the funnest one because it has like that gun. That gun changes everything. It makes it so much fun. You feel like you're really in there, dude. It's kind of wild. But another game that I played that kind of did make me feel sick was California Sunshine. I went back to it again. This time I tried it with Johnathan again, and instead of the horde mode like we were playing last time with IMs and everybody else, we were playing just the campaign co-op.
Is it Arizona Sunshine?
Whatever.
Is that a different
California
name?
Or Arizona? Yeah, Arizona. Yeah, not California.
Yeah, I think when it first came out before VR, I think I saw it on Steam.
Anyways, we were playing this, and we were getting through the level, and at first, Johnathan fucking couldn't figure out the controls, and I'm like, dude, like, I told you to go through the settings right off the bat, like, I told you what to put. He's like, I don't know, I can't move, I can't shoot. And I'm like, fucking Johnathan, of course, dude, of course you can't fucking move. So he had to, like, drop out. I had to drop out to pick him back up, to get him back in the game. It took forever to relaunch, like, probably 15 minutes. Finally, we got back together, and then we figured it out. We were using our aim controllers, which is, like, the gun. And playing this game, I was doing fine at first. It looked okay. I mean, you know, you're just going through shooting zombies. But all of a sudden, I felt really, really, really sick. I got to like this part where like you go to this house and you find the keys to a car that's parked outside. And as soon as you go to the car that's parked outside, of course, you unlock it. And the alarm goes off, which sets off a bunch of zombies coming at you like in waves. So you got to sit there with the other person or where you're playing solo, like, I'm assuming by yourself, and you got to defend yourself against these zombies, shoot them all in the head. But after that, like, I just felt really sick. I felt sick, dude. Like, I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was the frame rate was not right, because the game is not very well polished. It's not a good-looking game by any means, and it's not running very well from what I can tell. Like, the way the characters move, like the other people that are in there with you, they move very janky. Their arms are very, like, spaghetti. Like, it's just really weird, you know? Like, their bodies will be sideways, but they'll be moving forward. Their gun is kind of facing back. It's like the movement of the characters is not like how it's supposed to be. It's not like Firewall. In Firewall, when somebody's moving forward, the whole character's moving forward, facing forward. It looks like he's moving naturally. In this game, they're moving all fucked up, and it's just really weird looking. And I don't know if it was that or if it was the frame rates. I'm thinking it was the frame rates, because there's lots of zombies coming at you. We're shooting barrels to blow them up, and, like, you know, there's explosions going on. The zombies are rushing at you. Some zombies run at you. Instead of walking, they run at you. So you gotta take those out first. And yeah, we got past that, and I told Johnathan, like, I can't do this anymore. And he's like, what? I was like, dude, I feel sick. Like, I feel like I'm gonna throw up. And I never throw up. Even when I'm actually sick, like when I actually have, like, the flu or something, I don't throw up. And I was like, dude, I legitimately feel like I'm gonna throw up right now. Like, I don't feel good. I feel nauseous. I feel dizzy.
Because you even said that it doesn't bother you with the motion of you walking. You said where some people that may affect, that doesn't affect you.
Yeah, it doesn't, and it hasn't done so in any other game.
Racing a car or driving.
I played Drive Club VR. That doesn't affect me. Wipeout VR, which is super fast, didn't really affect me. But this game, it's just, I think the frame rate is too low. Because the frame rate on the VR games has to be higher than normal games. It has to be like at 90 to like 100 and something frames a second, which I think most PSVR games, like the lowest they go is 90. But I mean, if they're lower than that, then you're gonna get like issues, like I said, with nausea, and your eyes just don't feel right. You know, your face, they're too close. The thing is too close to your eyes to like make it feel normal. And I think that's what it is with this game, where it's just the frame rates maybe dipped below 90, or maybe they're at 60, maybe they're at 70 or something, but it just makes you feel fucking sick.
Oh.
And you're like, oh man, this doesn't feel good, you know?
Almost like that car sickness. You know, like if you're sitting in the back seat or something, reading a book, you know?
Yep. But besides that, I've what else did I do? On PlayStation, nothing. That was all I did on PlayStation. Played mostly Spider-Man and a few VR games. Still liking it. Still liking my PS4, people. I haven't sold it yet. Give me 2 more weeks.
Any good VR games that you see that are coming out or that you do want to purchase in the future?
Man, I really want to purchase that. There's a new game coming out. It's based on the London Heist, which is a demo type thing that comes on the PSVR Worlds. That's like the demo disc you get when you buy a PSVR, and it's called London Heist. And in that one, you're pretty much like this British dude who's like, you're playing a story where like you owe the mafia money, so they kidnapped you and they're telling you like, what happened? Tell us what happened. Like, how the fuck did you lose the diamonds, or how did you lose the money? And then you're kind of going back and telling the story of like, we did the robbery, we did this, but then we were set up, and you know, you're shooting your guns, you're reloading your guns or whatever. So there's that, and they're making a full game based on that story, like on that demo. They're making an actual full game of that. So I'm kind of hyped to see what they do with that, but that doesn't come out till like April. But the most recent like PSVR release that I see coming up that looks really interesting to me is that Ace Combat 7. Combat 7 is going to have a 3-hour VR thing, dude. It's going to be cool. Yeah. That's on top of the other campaign for the regular game.
Yes, I did see gameplay of that, just normal vanilla gameplay. I know it's coming out pretty soon here.
Looks good. I've always liked Ace Combat. They're just really difficult games at times, you know, with the controller. But I'm hoping that maybe I'll like it a lot this time, that I'll actually stick to it and play it. I don't know if I could justify that price, Gunny. $60, but I really just want to play the VR. And that's only 3 hours.
Yeah, I don't know if I would even pick it up at 60.
Yeah,
Because I heard the developer talking about or whoever it was who was doing the interview while doing the gameplay was talking about, oh yeah, there's a story and this takes place after, number 3 and before number 4, and I thought, I don't really, not interested so much in the story of a assault game,
No one cares about I don't
flying
care
game.
about
No.
the stories. Like people, I
I
guess
could read it somewhere.
I guess there's a story there, but I don't give a shit. I'm just flying planes and blowing things up, man. Like, come on.
That's it.
That's all I know what I'm doing. You go fly here,
First
get into a dogfight with those guys, and shoot them down, and then fly back to base. Like that's what I'm doing. I don't care about no stupid fucking. There's a campaign here about immersive storytelling. Like no one gives a fuck, dude. It's a fucking flying game. Who cares?
Yeah.
But I really want to try that VR stuff. I really, 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 really do, because I think it'll be so cool, you know what I mean? Being in a jet and being able to look around and just fucking dogfighting in that, it'll be so cool.
That would be sweet.
Oh, man. But we'll see. We'll see. Maybe I'll pick it up. Maybe I won't. I know if you pre-order, you get, on the PlayStation, if you pre-order, you get Ace Combat 5. So you get the Ace Combat 5 as a pre-order bonus if you pre-order on the PS4. And if you pre-order on Xbox, you get Ace Combat 6. So there is pre-order bonuses. Like you get like another game if you pre-order it, but am I really going to want to play Ace Combat 5 when I just played Ace Combat 7?
Yeah, especially if you're going to play it in VR. Like, I don't want to go back, play an older game. Well,
yeah, I don't know, man.
Hey, for that backstory, that's why.
But it's not even based on the backstory. That story is further than this story, because this story
that's
is
what they
based
said,
before that story. So, yeah, I don't know, Gunny. We'll see. But besides
hopefully
that,
they'll realize that they shouldn't be charging that much for. Well, it's all going to be the same price whether it's VR or not, but hopefully it just goes down in price quickly.
Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, dude, that's really all I've played on the VR and the PS4, and that's what I'm looking forward to on that. But onto Xbox, I played some more Hitman 2. I did the mission where you're in like India or something like that, and you kill the lady who's like the queen of the slums, and then you kill the guy who's like the rich dude who's like making a movie or something. You kill him in the tower, and then you have to go find the assassin that's there, and you have to kill the assassin, but first you have to identify the assassin. So I did that mission. I don't know if you've done that one yet, Gunny, but I did.
I'm still at like wherever I'm at in the jungle, where I have to go kill the 3 people who are the drug lords.
Oh, you're still in that one. That's before this one, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
But I did Miami a couple times.
I did this mission, dude, and I was having a hard fucking time because, like, first you have to. What I did is I stole the tailor's suit or outfit or whatever, and I went into, like, I snuck into the queen's palace, or like, it's like the slums, literally. She lives like in a train station, but it's like her train station, so like she has guards everywhere and shit. But I snuck in there, I climbed over this wall, and I'm in there, right, and she's like, well, are you here because whatever? So you got to show her like her dress that you're going to make for her, like the color. You have to choose the right color, which is blue, Gunny. Don't fuck that up. And then, I gave her, she's like, all right, come measure me inside my room or whatever. Like, get the measurements or whatever so you can make my dress. So you're in her room and I'm measuring her, like her length, like her legs, her arms, her neck and all this shit. And then like another lady walks in because she kicks out her servant that's in there cleaning, right? She kicks her out. She's like, get the fuck out of here. I'm going to get my measurements done. So she leaves and I'm like, okay, some privacy, right? And then I'm about to kill her. And this like other chick walks in and she just on her cell phone, just standing there in front of us, like on her cell phone talking. And I'm like, how am I going to kill her? Like this chick is on her cell phone right here. So what I did was I waited for the chick to kind of turn around and I killed her with the measuring tape. I choked her out and I snapped her neck or something. And then
tape, okay.
And then I went up to the chick who was on the cell phone and I killed her too. I was like, you know what? I can't leave no witnesses in here. So I knocked her out. I threw them both in like this little bin and I left. And then I went to the tower, and to get into the tower was kind of tough. I had to find like this guy who was like a movie star or something. And I had to take his outfit and sneak in there, which was really hard to do. I won't tell you how to do that. That's going to be tough for you to figure out, Gunny. But I did that. And I'm in there, you know, and then the guy, like the dude who's like, you're supposed to kill is like this movie producer guy, rich dude or whatever in India. And he's like, I want to talk to you in private when you get a chance. So like, I kind of just waited around a little bit for him to do his stupid thing. And then I was like, you wanted to talk to me in private? And he was like, yeah, come follow me. So like, we're walking, like the tower that he's at is like under construction. So it's like halfway built. So you're going up like these staircases. And all of a sudden, dude, it's like they stopped me at a security checkpoint. They're like, we need to pat you down. So I'm like, okay, you know, like I left my guns outside on purpose because to even get into the tower, you have to be patted down. So like I left my guns outside. And like, I noticed that as we're going up the staircase, there's like more and more guards piling up behind me. Like, you know, as we're walking, like another guard will join the group. Another guard will join the group. By the time we got to the top floor, which was like the top of the tower, there was like 7 guards behind me walking with their guns. And I'm like, this is going to kill me.
Yeah.
And sure enough, like we get to the top of the tower and there's like 7 dudes with guns. And then like 2 of them stand at the door and they're kind of just standing by the door. So like the 5 dudes walk with me and like there's 2 dudes behind me. And there's 2 dudes like to the side of me, and there's 1 dude in front of me. Then the dude starts talking. He's like, you know, I can kill you at any given moment, right? And I'm like, oh, fuck. Holy shit, he knows who I am. But like, no, he was actually just threatening the movie star because it's an American movie star. And he was like, you know what? You better accept all my deals or I'm going to kill you. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I wanted to be like, no, but, you know, the only choice you got to say is yes. So then, like, for the next 40 minutes, I had to sit there and like figure out how this dude's pattern was. Like, hiding in his tower was a bitch, dude, because like there's so many guards in there and you have to find out his patterns. And he mostly hangs out in this room where like all his bodyguards are. So that was so tough, man. And he's like a dick. He's just a dick. He's like an asshole. Like, he's on his cell phone cussing people out, telling people they're pieces of shit, telling people he's the best in the world and he's the richest man in India. So he can do whatever he wants because he's the richest man in India. So, like, fuck that guy. I was so glad I killed him.
Tell me you pushed him out a window or something. He fell like 8 stories.
No, I broke his neck as he was walking. I killed his bodyguard. I was able to lure his bodyguard because he had, like, a personal bodyguard. You know, sometimes those missions where the people have, like, a bodyguard that follows them everywhere?
Everywhere, yeah, except for the restroom.
That was the situation here. So I had to kill the bodyguard by kind of luring him away with some coins. And I killed him. So then I like snapped his neck, and then like in the middle of his bodyguard's like room, like where they were all at, he was walking like behind this wall, and I just walked up behind him and snapped his neck real quick and just walked out. I was like, yeah, and then I had to go
Body
find
found.
No one found him. Never saw.
Well, yeah, if he's going to be the only one in the room.
No, there was like 7 dudes in the room, but they were just all like on the other side watching TV or something, like watching a football game or something like that. But he was even a dick to those guys because, like, one of the times he walked by and he's like, oh, you guys are watching the game? And, like, one of the guys is like, yeah, I put money down on this team. And then, the boss or whatever, like, the dude you're supposed to, he's like, oh, you should have never put money on them. And the other dude's like, why? He's like, well, I paid them all off to act like they're sick. So they're not going to even show up to the game. They're playing all backups. And he was like, what? He's like, yeah, that's what you can do when you're the richest person in the country. You can just pay off whoever you want to not show up. And they're like, motherfucker, dude. Yeah. Yeah, he was just like a dick. He was like a dick to everybody. That's like, I'm glad like this asshole got killed. And then the other dude, the assassin who's walking around the map, I stabbed him in a chair like while I was a barber. And I stabbed him in the neck like 7 times. I was like shaving him. And
Prison
like,
style, huh?
Yeah, and he was like sitting there telling me like, you never know what could happen in any given moment, huh? He's like, you must live life to the fullest because you never know when you're going to go. And I'm like, yeah. And then, you know, you got the option to kill, and like all of a sudden, like Agent 47 just like fucking grabs a blade and just fucking stabs him like 7 times. You're like, holy shit, dude.
Shank.
Calm down, Agent 47. He's like, "Good job, Agent 47. Now you must leave." And then I left. I went to pick up my outfit, my starting outfit, and I left. But
That's
yeah,
cool, man. I can't wait to get there.
that
I
game is
just
so
started
fun.
that. I haven't started the sequence yet. So I have finished that last map, and I just got to press start on India.
The other mission I did too was the one in the neighborhood where you have to kill the old Soviet spy.
Okay, that's where I'm at, where there's like a construction truck and stuff like that, where you have to wear the construction outfit.
I didn't
That's
wear
where you start, right?
no. I didn't wear no construction outfit. I was just wearing like a regular suit. And like it's like a neighborhood. It's like an American neighborhood. Like there's a bunch of cops around. There's CIA agents around or whatever.
Yeah.
They're like his bodyguards. The CIA is his bodyguards because he's like a former Soviet spy that like defected from Russia like in the Cold War, and then he came to the U.S. and then he gave the United States a bunch of secrets from Russia or whatever. So like they're protecting him, but he's really old. And like that guy was tough to kill too, man, because like he has like bodyguards like everywhere, dude. They're like everywhere, and like some of the bodyguards are dressed like regular people, so like they'll look like gardeners or like the mailman or something like that, you know. And like they'll actually be CIA agents, and they'll fuck you up if they catch you like sneaking around or whatever, which happened to me like 7 times. I finally had to figure out how to kill him, and I snuck into his house and I shot him in the head like 5 times. Yeah, I shot his bodyguard first while he was sitting there because they were talking about something, and he was like on an oxygen machine. I shot his bodyguard in the head as I walked into the room, and he like stood up and he was like, "Someone help!" And before he even like finished the word help, I like shot him in the face 6 times. Boom, 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 boom. Gotta make sure they're dead, dude. And then he's a crazy Soviet spy. Like, what if he survived the first bullet or something?
Sometimes they get back up, or they're just kind of like passed out. You know, they're not.
Yeah, they're
They're
not
sleeping.
really dead. And then I killed him, and then yeah, like those missions are so cool, man, because I want to go back to them and see what else I can do differently. Because every time you finish a mission, it'll tell you like, okay, now you can start as a gardener, or now you can start as a security guard, or now you can start as a fucking cop. You can be dressed as a cop, and that's how you start off the mission. You know, like you'll be at the police station instead of like over here when you start, which is really cool how they have that set up. Where like you can just go back and replay them and see how hard you can be. And I want to replay all these in like the master difficulty, where like it's the toughest one.
Yeah, it always plays in the middle. What do they call it? Professional?
It's called, yeah, professional. There's normal, professional, and master, right?
Yeah, so I just been playing them all on professional, which I still feel like it's easy.
Kind of, yeah, because like I said, once you figure out the patterns of what they like the AI is doing and how they do, and like how like you're, say you go do something and you trigger something happening, like you walk over here and you talk to this guy,
Right.
and you know, like as soon as you do that, that triggers something to happen, and it's gonna happen every time, no matter what. You know what I mean? Like some guy's gonna walk from this side to over here, and you can kill him over there, but you can't kill him over there. You got to kill him over here. It's just all this crazy shit. Like it's all about like learning the AI and how it all works.
Yeah, I like it because I feel like I'm only dying, let's say 3 times, where I'll get so far, and then, oh man, I got too many enemies, I'm dead. Okay, so the next time I fire the game back up, replay it, I'm like running over to get the wrench, to get the screwdriver, to, you know, get this outfit, kill this person real quickly, you know. Then I get way further, and then the third time it's, okay, now I've learned the entire map and where I need to be and what challenge I want to complete.
Yeah,
To actually go in and finish it.
yeah. I love the game, dude, and I'm kind of bummed right now because they've announced Blood Money and Absolution coming out as a remastered package or whatever in 4K, HDR, enhanced graphics, enhanced visuals, enhanced mechanics of the game. Like they have the same mechanics that the new Hitman has, where you can hide in bushes and all that. But and like even enhanced, like they pretty much remade the game to like the new style of Hitman. But the game is $60.
I saw that this morning. I was like, what?
Like,
Couldn't it be 40?
You fucking killed it, man. Like, why would you re-release these games that, like, first of all, no one liked Absolution. The only people that liked Absolution were people that never played the other Hitmans. They're like, this is like the first Hitman they really got into. That's the people who like it. but like I don't like it. I fucking hate that game.
It was missing challenges.
It was.
It was a good story. I enjoyed the story,
it was a good story, but it wasn't a Hitman game. It was a fucking shooter, like hallway corridor shooter, where like you're going down the level and doing things. You know what I mean?
You remember that the mine section in Absolution?
Yeah.
Where you go into that was the most boringest thing ever. Yeah, so if you want to just play it for the story, it's there. Pick it up on the cheap, Absolution. But yeah, it's not something I'm looking forward to in remastered in 4K.
But Blood Money is like my favorite Hitman game, dude. That game
had a damn good story.
Yeah, it did. It starts off in the beginning where you go kill the person who owns that theme park because like the parents of the little boy, some little kid that died there, their parents hired you to kill him. So you go like to this old abandoned theme park on this like island, and your job is to like kill all these thugs, and then kill the main dude who like owns the theme park, because he's a piece of shit, you know, because he's running like this dilapidated ass theme park and not paying his fines or whatever that he owes the family. That's cool.
That was really good. Isn't that the one where the guy just gets super racist? He just starts talking shit to nobody in particular.
Yeah, I don't remember how that one ends. I know you kill him in his office or something, like poison his drink or some shit like that. It's a good game though. And there's another one where you kill a politician in that one. You kill like this dude running for governor or something. Like another person hires you to kill him because he did some shady shit. And yeah, so you kill him like in a... That one's a really cool level because that one's like in Mardi Gras. So like he's doing like he's like on the float or whatever, doing like the Mardi Gras parade. He's like riding through, waving at everybody, and you can like either set it up where like the float explodes, or you can set it up where like you just snipe him while he's like waving at people. You just shoot him in the fucking head. You're like, damn. And everybody starts running, and it's like the middle of Mardi Gras. That shit's crazy, dude. Crazy game. I love it.
Set the gun down and walk out calmly. That's cool.
Yeah. But yeah. Hitman. Oh, but other games have played.
Hey, Jesus, real quickly, have you played something we didn't talk about? I wanted to ask you if you did play the co-op, if you consider it a co-op or just kind of the multiplayer portion of Hitman, or have you just been doing single player?
No, I want to do that with you. I want to play the sniper mission. I want to do that, but you're never online. You're the only person that I know. Thursday, you're the only fucking person that I know that bought this game, and you're never online.
Let's play it today.
Let's do it. After the show, we'll do just that. That sniper mission is like a really like short mission. It's like 4 minutes long or 3 minutes long, and I want to do it because like it's just me and you, and we're both snipers, and we gotta take out the targets. We could just snipe everybody on the map.
Yeah, I saw that with the sniper gun. I was like, oh, what's this? And then it wasn't until you talked to me about it last week. I was like, is it actually like a co-op or like a versus mode? That's cool.
Yeah, it's a co-op experience type thing. And then the other one is called Ghost Mode. And in that one, like you're both on the same map and you have a target to kill, but you don't see each other because you're like on the same map, but like the only way you can affect my game and I can affect your game is with these coins or whatever. Like I can throw these coins to call guards over and they'll come over in your map. You know what I mean? Like it's really weird how they made that. It's fucking weird.
Yeah, I can't wait to see how this plays out.
I want to try it though. But I really want to do that sniper mission. So I haven't really played much of it. I played like a little bit of it when I pre-ordered the game because you got it. But like, I want to play it in co-op. I think it'll be cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolution.
Yeah. Yeah, we got a new member to the show. New member right now. Special
Who's
guest.
That?
Ooh.
What?
Special guest Johnathan Hall just arrived. Welcome, Johnathan.
Penpoint Saki Red.
Hey guys. Woo! Good morning. Good morning. I just fucking woke up.
Yeah, you woke up. It's 10:30 in the morning, people, and you just woke up.
Man, I don't know what the hell happened. Yeah, I usually get up at like 7 in the morning and start gaming on the weekends, but I guess Yeah. I needed it, I guess. So hey, sleep. Woo!
Other games I played this week was so I played some Hitman, played that. What the fuck else did I play? Oh, I played some Vampyr.
Vampyr.
Yeah, that's a game that came out last June or July. It came out right at E3, like so it was probably June. And so I bought it for $24. I've been playing it, and That game is hard, really hard. It's really fucking hard. I'm stuck. Like, it's the beginning of the game and I'm stuck like on this part, dude. I can't beat this guy. Like, I'm like in an asylum and this dude is like, he's like an enemy that you walk into the room and like the doors lock. It's kind of like most games where like you're locked in there with the boss until you beat them. And like this dude, what he does is like he's a vampire too, so he can like phase shift. So like what he does is he'll attack you and you can hit him, but then all of a sudden like he splits in two, and he like his shadow also attacks you. So like you have to defend yourself from the shadow, but then he comes from the left while the other guy's coming from the right, and you're fighting like two things at once. And the shadow will disappear, then you can hit him again, but he hits you and he takes down your health so fucking fast. And I'm like, dude, like his health bar is the full size of the screen. Like it goes across your whole bottom of your screen.
Are you meant to beat him, or
you're supposed to beat him? I think because I can't get away from him. The doors are locked. You can't leave the room. You got to beat him, and he's not that much higher level than I am. He's like maybe one level above me, but I can't beat him. I just can't. I get close to beating him. I've gotten down to like maybe his health was like maybe at a quarter, maybe a little bit less, but he'll like just. Like the more lower his health gets, the crazier shit he does. Like instead of like just splitting into two shadows or whatever, he'll have like 5 different shadows come out of him or whatever. I'm like,
there's one of those bosses that freaks out the closer that you get him.
Yeah. So like now he has 5 different shadows coming at you, and you got to dodge them all. And like if he runs at you, he'll crash into a pillar, and the pillar will kind of collapse a little bit. So you're like, oh fuck, like I don't want to be standing. Like you got nowhere to hide because if you just keep dodging them, you have nowhere to hide. You just got to be able to dodge them all, but you can't because there's so many of them on the screen. It's hard. I don't know how people beat this shit. Like, it is a fucking hard game.
What's the combat? Punching, kicking, biting? What?
So you
Guns?
can shoot. You have like a range attack, which is Y. That's like either a gun, which is you have very limited ammo in the game. Like I have like maybe 12 bullets, and that's it. Like 12 bullets. If I shoot them all, like I don't have no bullets left. And I have like this thing called the blood spike, which I'm shooting like kind of like Spider-Man almost, where like you shoot webs out of your fucking hands, but it's like a blood spike. It's like a gun type thing almost. Nice. So you're shooting that out of your hands. You shoot like these blood spikes, and then you also have melee attacks, which you have like two-handed weapons. Which like if you have the two-handed weapon, that means you don't have any ranged attack anymore. So like you only have the melee attack, and you only have like block and hit and parry or whatever. Or if you have like a blood spike, you can have like a sword equipped. It's like a sword or a club or something, like a dagger or something tiny like that. You know what I mean? So you can like melee attack him and then shoot them to stun him a little bit. And if you shoot them, like say I shoot them with the pistol and I hit him, if he doesn't dodge my pistol, which he's really fucking good at dodging too, he's like as good as I am at dodging. So he'll dodge your bullets. Like if you pull out your pistol and try to shoot him, they'll fucking dodge your shit. And if you don't hit them, you're screwed because you just wasted a bullet. But if you hit them, they usually stand there for a second, kind of stunned, and you can run at them or kind of like teleport to them, kind of like real quick. You get to them and you grab them. You can bite them and take down their health, and you suck out their blood, which can be used to like either for your blood spikes or it can be used to heal yourself. So you have like different things you use the blood for. You can, because every time you do a blood spike, you're using that blood that you have saved up, but you can also use that blood to heal yourself if you're going low on health. So you got to kind of have to manage that, you know what I mean? That's why, like, you know, you can't just use blood spikes over the gun because the blood spikes take your blood away. You know what I mean? So you got to have to, like,
either or.
Yeah, either or. Like, you're either going to run out of bullets or you're going to run out of blood. What do you prefer to run out of? If you run out of bullets, the werewolves, you know, like, you can't shoot them. Yeah, because there's werewolves in the game. There's monsters in the game. So pretty much it's based in London, 1800s. You're a doctor that came back from, like, some war, I think. Yeah, some kind of fucking war. You just came back. You were like this hero doctor on the front lines. And the game starts off where you wake up in a pile of dead bodies. And you're really thirsty. And you're like, oh, what's wrong with me? I don't know what happened. And like your sister is walking up to you and she's like, hey, what's going on? Like I fucking was looking for you all night. Where the hell have you been? And you end up biting her and killing her. spoilers, you kill her like right in the first 5 seconds of the game, and then like once you bite her and take the blood out of her body, because like you could see like her heart pumping blood and shit, and you're like all thirsty, so you take her blood, and you realize real quick like, oh shit, I just killed my sister, and then you're like, oh, what the fuck did I do? Like, what happened to me? You know, and then you realize like, oh fuck, I like blood. I'm a fucking vampire. So like these dudes start chasing you through the night. Like they're like almost like the dudes from they remind me of the dudes from The Witcher 3, the witch hunters or whatever the fuck they're called. What are they called?
Oh,
Are they
like
witch hunters?
Are they called witch hunters?
Inquisitors, vampire hunters.
I think in this game they're called Inquisitors or something like that. Because yeah, these dudes are like some kind of like group of people that go out at night specifically to like find vampires and werewolves and monsters to attack. And that's like what they do. They're like a militia type of group of people that are like, fuck yeah, we're going to go kill monsters in the middle of the night.
So they're a bunch of human dicks, basically.
Yeah. So they're chasing you for like the first half of the game. It's kind of like a tutorial mission. They're chasing you through buildings, through hallways. You know, you find like these people's homes. And you kind of realize real quick, like the whole city's kind of fucked up. You're in the ghetto part of London. It's all fucking in shambles. People are like, dead bodies are everywhere.
Are you picking up rats too to drink their blood?
You can find rats and you can drink the rat's blood to like consume blood and heal yourself.
Oh, crazy!
and you can kill people. You can kill anybody in the game, but if you kill somebody in the game, somebody else might recognize that person is gone. Because everyone is connected to somebody. Somebody's somebody. Like
is it kind of like Hitman in a way then? Like Vampire Hitman?
No, it's more hardcore than Hitman because this is like there's a story behind everyone in the game. You can literally sit there and talk to anyone that you see and get like a story out of them. Like, hey, like, how are you? And then finally, like, you meet this dude who's like the owner of a hospital. He's like the general manager or whatever of a fucking hospital, the superintendent or whatever. And he's like, I know what you are, but I know you're like, I know who you are and I know what you are. He's like, I know you're a vampire, but I know you're also one of the best doctors from like World War, whatever. I think it was World War I maybe, or maybe before World War I. Some fucking war. I forget what war it is. But he's like, I know you're a fucking like a famed doctor. Everyone knows you. Like everyone knows what kind of like who you are as a doctor. Everyone knows you in the world. You're that well known. So I want you to work for me in my hospital, but we'll give you the graveyard shift. So like when people ask where you're at in the daytime, we'll be like, well, he's sleeping because he works graveyard. You know, like because in vampires you can't go out in the sunlight. So he's like, we're going to give you the graveyard shift so you work at night and you can do whatever you want to at night and do your work. And, you know, and you can help people. And like, so like everyone in the hospital, you can talk to all the patients and be like, what's wrong with you? And they'll be like, oh, I'm peeing and my pee hurts. My dick hurts. I don't know what I'm doing, doctor. And you're like, well,
any blood on it?
You may have the case of the chlamydia. We don't know what's going on there. And then, like,
he's a vampire doctor that specializes in sexually transmitted diseases.
No, he's actually
his wife.
If you start showing fangs,
he's like, oh no! And then the case of the clap.
he's a blood doctor. He's like whatever the fuck those are called. What are those guys called? The blood doctors, like. I forget what they have like a name for them.
Kineology. Oh yeah, epidemiology. What's something like that?
Fucking weird shit. Anyway, I'm not a doctor, as you people can tell. But this dude is, and like he's a blood doctor. So like his job is to like, one of the goals of the game is to either cure everybody in that part of the city to like bring everybody back up to health, or kill everybody. But the more people you kill, the more like crazier the Inquisitors get. And they get more ballsy because they realize, like, okay, these people keep dying. We need to find out who's killing them. So there's way more of them out at night. But at the same time, there's going to be more vampires and more werewolves and more of, like, these other type of monsters out at night, too, because there's less people. So, like,
at least your character can just blame it on other things, though. He's like, it wasn't me.
That's the point. You can. If you don't get caught, you can. And, like, so, like, you can cure people, like say this guy has a syphilis or whatever the fuck, you know, make something up.
What a minute.
But if you cure them, then like their blood, the richness of their blood or whatever goes up, and you get way more XP for killing that person. So like at first I met this dude. Like the first thing I do is meet this dude who's like he got beat up by like a werewolf or something. So or like he got mugged by somebody, and somebody stabbed him in the gut. So I help him.
Possibly a werewolf.
And then he's like, and then like right there and then, like it's the first person you can kill, and it's like, all right, you can embrace him, and it says like kill or like spare. And I spared him, and it's like, no, I'm not going to kill anymore tonight. So he spares him, and it's like, it shows you the person's name, like something Clay something, and it's like, blood value, 500 XP. But then the more I learn about him, like I learned he's a gang leader, and this and that, like, okay, now his blood is worth 800 XP or whatever. Like the blood levels go up the more you know about someone, and the more you like, the more connected.
The more you reveal.
Yeah, the more connected you are with like their family or who they're friends with or who like their spouse is or who's their kid, like all that stuff gives you more XP, and like that person becomes more valuable for you to kill. But like I said, say you kill him and he's the gang leader, like who becomes the gang leader next, or what does the gang do, or does the gang think that the other gang killed him or whatever? Like it's just like all this stuff can go because of the story, and it's fucking cool. But it's really hard. The combat is hard.
It sounds cool. Is there a vampire movie that it follows more of the tropes of, or kind of stays more aligned to, like, you know, like Interview with a Vampire?
It's just like old timey vampire shit. Like you can like mesmerize people and make them follow you into a dark alley, and you bite them in the neck or whatever. But like sometimes people that you try to mesmerize, their willpower is too strong for you.
Yeah. How is Jesus' mesmerizing ability?
So you gotta level that up. You gotta level that up by biting people and getting XP, and like, you know, you have to get XP to rank yourself up to get more mesmerizing powers
what are
or whatever.
Jesus' early or easiest mesmerizing targets?
The hobos and like the people that are worth like low XP.
Oh,
like
gotcha.
You can't mesmerize
The
like
nobodies.
you can't mesmerize like the main doctor of the hospital like right off the bat, you know, like because everyone's gonna know he's gone, you know, and their willpower is too strong. Like if you try to mesmerize somebody and like they'll be like, oh, get the fuck away from me, and like they'll just walk away. They'll be like, what the fuck happened? Like, they kind of like they don't realize you did it to them.
Right.
But they'll realize like something happened. They're like, what the fuck had just happened? Like I just had this weird thing happen. Like I don't remember much, and they just kind of walk away like all confused.
Gotcha.
But yeah, there's all kinds of shit in this. 'Cause the game is tough, but I like it. It looks really good, and I might just end up restarting the game. I'm not very far into it. I'm maybe like 4 hours into it. I may just restart it and go on the baby mode and just kind of get the experience of the story.
Knock it down to baby mode.
I love baby mode.
Because they added baby
Hey, why don't
mode.
you just do this, Jesus? Why don't you just go to YouTube? Maybe there's something you're missing.
Something I'm missing with the combat?
Jesus, watch a YouTube. You can do it.
I'd rather just play the game and get the story than go to YouTube, man.
Well, no, I was just thinking for that one sequence or that one enemy or...
That one boss fight, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe. It's just... Even... Dude, I went to Reddit to like look at the combat of this game, and everyone on Reddit was like, this fucking combat is no goddamn joke. Like, this shit is hard. People don't realize how hard this game is until you start playing it, and you're like, this shit is hard. It's not an easy game. It's meant to be that way. And then they did an update, and they added a super hard mode, which is like ultimate expert level mode, where like you literally only get one life throughout the whole game. Like, if you die, you're dead. And then they added added a story mode where like the combat, there's still combat, but it's easier to fight the people. Like you kind of out-level most of the enemies throughout the game, so you never really get stuck fighting like a boss or something. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Next week, I'll let you guys know if I went to baby mode, which is probably the most likely answer.
Just get the story, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all I really played, man. And there's not much out right now that I'm excited to play at the moment. I want to really play Metro Last Light before Metro Exodus comes out next month. So I'm going to start working on that like in the next few weeks. So I'm going to start playing. It's not a long game. How long is Metro Last Light? Like 20 hours maybe?
I thought it was less than that.
Yeah. Like Metro 2033 was like 9 hours or 10 hours or 12 hours, something like that.
Well, and I think 2033 was even shorter.
Yeah.
Could be wrong, but...
So like Last Light is going to be, I think like maybe a 15-hour experience. So I can go through that like in a few weekends or something, you know.
Yeah.
But I do plan to play it on like the hardcore mode or whatever. Or like if your filters run out faster, your mask can break and all that shit. That's how I played the first one.
That was cool, like where you just kind of take your HUD down and you're just like immersed in it.
Yeah, you have like no HUD. All you have is your little watch that tells you like how much time you have left before your filter runs out and all that stuff. That shit was cool.
Yeah, you bring out like what is that, lighter? You just flick your lighter, you can just barely see the light.
Yeah, man, that game, I can't wait for the new one. The new one's going to be so fucking cool.
Sweet.
All right, so what the fuck have you been playing, man?
Me?
Man, speaking of YouTube, you know what I played was that Shaq Fu game.
That's awesome.
Did you play that, Pen?
No, but I worked at Blockbuster when that came out, and I totally remember. I remember that game. I mean, yeah.
I don't know. I just kind of fired it up blindly, and here's the thing that I thought it was stupid was, I mean, it's a silly game. I like the dialogue. It's funny, starting out and between him and the Kung Fu Master. It's funny ass story to it, but like it kind of shows you as you progress. There was like a side-scrolling beat 'em up game, right? And it's like, all right, after you punch as many enemies pressing X, you can then press B to like, you'll basically kick more than one enemy. Like you'll hit 3 or 4 at one time. And I think you can press LB and RB on the controller to stun them. Like it'll stun them for a minute so you can get more hits in. And like not even like 5 minutes of the game, you kind of reach your first boss, and he's got like this shield. I can't get past him. I can't figure it out. Like I'm doing huh?
You should YouTube it.
I know, right? Because I mentioned you should YouTube it, but
or I bet the Shaq Fu has an awesome Reddit going on too.
Because I almost like threw the controller down at that point. I was like, what the fuck, man? Like I'm pressing LB and RB, like it pushes him back, but it doesn't stun him. You try to get as many hits in to build up the combo. Well, that doesn't work because he's going to take this big ass club or sword and just.
What type of bad guy are you? What does he look like? What is Shaq Fu? What is? Yeah, I guess what is a Shaq Fu boss?
Like a just kung fu, dressed in like we used to call it a gi at Taekwondo, but like this little guy, like he basically raised you as your own,
Gunny, what belt? What belt are you, Gunny?
Oh, like in real life?
Yeah.
No, I only made it to like purple belt.
Okay.
That was back years ago when I was younger. No.
You seem like the type that might be carrying a black belt and I didn't even know it. So I just had a little feeling. But all right, okay, cool.
Yeah, that was younger life, but that was good stuff. Not kung fu, but just Taekwondo. So yeah, I didn't play that after. I tried it twice. I went back and it basically reloads you back to the beginning of the game. Tried it again, but I think it's something I just have to YouTube. Maybe I'm missing something. Mm-hmm. I tried all the controls, but yeah.
Wait, how are you even playing this game? Do you have a is it an emulator on a PC or?
No, it's on Xbox. I think Ryan picked it up.
Oh, crazy.
Huh. Yeah. It's been out for a while. It came out last year. So, or it might be on Game Pass for all I know. I didn't even check. I just started playing it.
No, weird. I'm thinking some other, I guess, weird Shaq game from the night or like from early 2000s. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I didn't realize Shaq made another game recently.
Was it Shaq Fu Remastered? I don't know. Somebody will correct me on that.
It's probably remastered.
Did I play some Red Dead 2 online? I played a couple random matches of Red Dead 2 online. Got dragged around, lassoed a few times. By different people. So if it was the same person, you could see the people on the same people on the map. So it's not like, all right, that person's not coming after me. I'm just going to go around and, explore the map and maybe do a mission or two, jump in with some randoms. I didn't have anything like in mind when I played it, but just wanted to get in because it's a beautiful world and just play it. Let's see, what else did I play? Subnautica. Everybody's playing this. It's now trendy because it's now on the Epic Store and it's free on there. Well, I logged in and I remember Ryan saying, hey, I've got it on Steam, which I don't think he does. I was playing my kid.
Are you calling Ryan a liar?
I have to look. I looked at his library, but I was playing on my kid has it. So since we all game share together on Steam, that's whose version I noticed I started up. So and I was like, let me just switch over to Xbox because I know I have it on there. I bought it The last game save I had on there was December 2016. So I played it like 3 years ago when it first came out. And yeah, I played about 4 or 5 hours, and I do not like this game. I don't know what it is. I know it's like Minecraft underwater, but Minecraft I really enjoy, but I just don't get this one.
I mean, it's a basic survival game, right? So you're like crafting and
collecting resources to craft more items.
I hate crafting. That's basically what it boils down to myself.
I didn't mind Minecraft doing all those things, and that was before like creative mode even was available on Xbox. I just liked, hey, you're building up, your house and crafting more items, and you go get more of the same block, and I don't know. I just enjoyed that a lot more. The game looks good.
On Subnautica, are there lots of cool looking fish down there?
Yeah, there's some pretty cool looking fish, and there's like these larger hammerhead type shark looking things, and there's like these platypus type enemies, and some of them they swim pretty fast. And I think the one that really tripped me out the most was when you go down like super far. You don't even have to be too far from your like rescue thing of the whatever that vessel you start out in.
right.
But like, let's see, your air is constantly running out. It could be 60 seconds, 90 seconds, depending on how big of an O2 tank you have. But like, you're trying to swim towards the top and time's running out. And there's like this, like a stingray type thing. It looks like a huge butterfly. It's pretty cool looking. Like,
nice.
You can only see the underbelly of it. And I'm like, okay, do I swim right underneath this thing? Like, where is it? Like, is it right there? Like, I'm going to run out of air. So I'd say that's like the coolest, creature in the sea that I've seen.
Are all the creatures, are they aggressive, or are a lot of them passive and just some of them are aggressive, or?
I'd say just some are aggressive. Not all of them. Like the platypus type style ones that look like these like underwater like seals or whatever, like they seem pretty cool. But then there were the other ones that look more like the sharks, which obviously they're the ones that like to fight. And I noticed they do that when you're sitting still. So like if you come up to those vines that you're going to use to cut to either craft food, or you can just kind of eat it on the fly. If you just kind of sitting there with your knife and you're cutting them down, they will come up and take a bite out of your ass,
Crazy.
And they probably, again, being near your rescue vehicle, they probably have to hit you like 4 times in order to take your health down, or 5 times. So just keep an eye on your health.
I played the beta or demo way back when it came out, and it seemed interesting, but it's just
I don't know. I've seen gameplay of it. I still watch a few streamers, and they're just like, they're so far advanced in the game, and they got these huge underwater bases and different things.
So is it more like Underwater Ark, basically? Because Ark is ridiculous. Like, if you talk to people who are still playing that game, who played at launch, like, they're doing shit I didn't even know you could do in that game. It's like,
Ark, you're like, I've seen people like, only because that one's more co-op, but I've even seen single-player games where they've got these big castles and humongous doors and
and they're breeding dinosaurs like crazy.
Different animals and creatures, where Subnautica, I don't think you can tame creatures.
Oh, okay.
There's things you can do.
Oh, man. You can't ride around like tame yourself a dolphin and just start fucking riding that thing around. Like,
hey, there's guys. Right?
Yeah, right.
Have like, a whole bunch of animals just flying around your, floating, fishing. So...
Yeah. Ride a dolphin, Gunny. You can do it.
Man, Ark underwater, man. There you go. Yeah, it's not for me. Like I said, I played almost 5 hours. I was like, I think I'm done with this. It's just not for me.
Yeah.
But a game that I have gotten into that I've always wanted to, and I tried out a few years ago, even back on the Xbox 360, is XCOM 2. And they recently came out with that new DLC, which I did not buy this past holiday sale. I thought, it's $15. Should I pick it up? But the vanilla XCOM 2 game is, I'm getting there. I'm getting used to it.
Do you have to play the first one to play the second one?
Maybe the story, I think you should. I think because it's got like a really good backstory to it. Because when you start out in XCOM 2, it's like you're being rescued by your commander. and it's like, he's just like, hey, welcome back, so you're like, I wonder where I'm welcome back from, like what really happened to me, so maybe that starts from XCOM 1. And I know it even goes back even further, back on the PC days for other XCOM titles, but I really like the art style. Graphics are really good. I like the weapons. Everybody's upgradable. The one thing I had a lot of fun with was just starting out with all these characters. And I've seen even Twitch streamers where you can name all your characters. So I had Jesus Walks a Lot, Epic Irk and Gib 877. You could dress them up like.
I still want to see dressed up. You guys dressed up. I want to see some screnershots, Gunny.
Oh, dude, you got to see the one I picked for Ryan because.
Oh, that's awesome. He's like, I can just imagine the tears flowing when one of them dies too. Like, no.
Dude, I'm gonna send it to you right now. I think you're gonna love it because what happens is when you go to start a mission, you kind of pick these missions out. You don't get a lot of layout. You don't get the layout, but you get the story.
Are you sending Jesus on all those shitty missions? Like, oh man, the mission sucks. Jesus.
I hope so in the future that I can pick and choose, because right now, I think the way it's set up is basically it chooses for you who's available, who's not sick.
Why does it choose for you? I thought XCOM 1 you can choose whoever you wanted to send.
Okay, so watching a Twitch streamer, as someone who's put probably 50, 100 hours into the game, I want to say they were able to choose, but that might have been with mods, maybe. Who?
I think it's probably based on how many recruits you have. No,
that's what I'm thinking too.
The more recruits you have, the more it can let you choose to send someone out.
And that might be it, where each mission, every time you killed any more than 2 people, I noticed it was like.
Oh man, that one play XCOM 2 so I can boss you guys around.
But then I noticed also the next mission, it would say, okay, you've got your 2 promoted soldiers, but then here's 2 new recruits, just 2 random recruits. But then at that point, you can then name them, change their armor, hair color, style, to whatever you wanted. So I think you're just kind of building up your soldiers maybe in the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
And then maybe later on, then you can actually choose them.
See, I remember in the first game, you can recruit a bunch, but only certain ones can go on certain missions because they were only leveled up, and the other ones you really didn't want to send the recruits out into the harder missions because you're like, fuck that, these guys are gonna die if they go out there.
Yeah. So I think that's why it did that. It said, all right, your two captains and then your 2 rookies.
Yeah.
But I could tell you, just starting out, man, even in the first mission, I failed it fucking miserably. You've got so many turns to get to this certain point to, deactivate this bomb or something, or this device. Because I kept trying to go, really slow and only move so many squares, and, but then it was like, oh, you're out of turns, and it's blown up, and the mission's over, It's like, okay. All right, now this time I'm going to go further. Well, now I went too far because now I'm on top of the enemy, and these aliens, they send out these. That's spoiler alert. That's who the enemy is. They would hit the mind control and basically turn you over to their side, or they just straight up kill you, or damage.
I want to play this. I got this on the PS4. I re-downloaded it the other day. I want to play it.
Yeah, it's good, man. It's good. I think now that I've kind of gotten the hang of it in some ways where I'm like, oh man, I'm so glad I either hung back or I chose this position that had decent cover, and and I put my sniper on top of the building, and I was able to somehow coerce the enemy to go near this propane tank, the big ones you'd see behind a house or something, where you hit the enemy, but then it hits the tank and boom, they're dead in one shot, versus a possible miss, where I don't know how that even plays out. But I'm just playing it. I think there's just normal mode. So obviously, it's a hard game. So I don't want to, go up at any more difficulty than it actually is. So, but yeah, I'm not doing too well on this first playthrough. I can tell you that you need these, I want to say they're supplies or cargo or something like that, that you need to go and pick up. And you do that on a certain screen, not when the actual mission itself It's like it'll show a picture of the United States, and all right, now you're picking up cargo, and we're researching these different weapons and what would you call it? Kind of a
it's pretty much XCOM 1. You got to research weapons, go to different areas, blah blah blah.
But I felt like XCOM 1, like, I don't know, for some reason it wasn't as fun, or it didn't. I think that part really bored me to tears, where I think I'm just more after the mission stuff. So, and you get plenty of that in XCOM 2. So
not bad. I look forward to playing it then. I have XCOM 1 on the Xbox because I have it backwards compatible. Somehow must have been Games with Gold or something. And then I have number 2 on the PS4. I don't know how either. Maybe PS Plus game or something. That's what I'm thinking.
I think I have them both the same way because I feel I had those games, but I don't know how I got them. I thought they might have been Game Pass or.
I was thinking about right now. I was thinking, man, I should play XCOM 1, but fuck that. If I have number 2, why should I go back to 1?
Go straight to 2. I think you'll enjoy it. Like, it's that sci-fi. You're going ahead and you're researching
management
boss
games,
weapons,
you know what I mean?
Electric weapons, and
because like
better bullets and
another game that I played this week that I didn't mention, Gunny, was that Jurassic Evolution or Jurassic Park.
Oh, nice!
Game. Jesus, I bought that game during the last sale. I totally forgot about it. Yeah, I haven't played it yet.
I've been playing some of that lately, and they've added like a new mode called Challenge Mode, which is like basically endless. Like you can just pick an island, and you're pretty much playing until you either run out of money or like your dinosaurs kill everybody.
And awesome.
I like endless modes.
Yeah, man. Like right now, like my park is thriving, dude. I built a hotel like in between the raptors and the T-Rexes, and like I have like like the little ball cars or whatever in the movie. The little glass, little ball.
The gerbil travelers is what I call them.
Fucking things. Like I have those things. I have those things going inside like all like the enclosures. So like. Inside the T-Rex enclosure, I have like 3 other T-Rexes. They're not T-Rexes. They're like some other type of like big-ass carnivore dinosaur. But like I have like those little balls going through like through the area there, like just going through there. And I have them going through the raptor area where the raptors are. And like I said, I have a hotel built on there now. I have gift shops and shit. I have a research center built, a science center built.
Man, I want to go.
I feel like I have enough security in my park to make it safe, all right? There ain't no accidents gonna happen in this park ever.
That's what Hammond's for. That's what what's his name said.
This is a secure park, people. There ain't no way these dinosaurs will ever escape.
Life finds a way.
You're just getting to the tragic part.
I know.
Fast.
Jeff going to show up any minute now. And just feel like
I have advanced electrical fences and security systems in place. All right, I have enough emergency shelters because you could build like these emergency.
You just don't know that another player from another park's going to show up from a rival park that wants your technology is going to come in and espionage some shit and steal some of your technology and fuck you over.
And that does happen. That does happen in the game where like random events happen. Like for example, like a storm will come in, and if you don't have enough of the like storm protection, like this one building that you have to build. If it's not covering enough of the park, like some of the shit will break. Like some of the fences will just break. Or like,
what's the worst thing that you've had happen so far? Like, what's been a major incident at Jurassic Jesus lately?
The raptors broke out once.
That's not good. How many people did they kill?
They killed. I think they killed like 30 people. I mean, there was like 700 people in the park. Okay, there was
like 1 hour's worth of income basically.
There was like 700 people in the park. They only killed 30. I mean, that's not a bad statistic. We were able to
put that on the website.
They signed the waiver.
Yeah, we were able to pay off the lawsuits. We're good. And I lost a lot of money that time because, I mean, of course, I had to like shut down the park for a few days to get everything back to fix. We reopened and we're doing good again. We're making Jurassic Park great again. We're building big walls. The biggest walls.
The biggest walls.
The best walls. And you know what the best part is?
Damn it?
You know the best part about this? The dinosaurs are paying for the walls, guys. The dinosaurs.
Watch that fucking movie, I swear.
I told you the dinosaurs, and they are. And they're paying for it.
The dinosaurs
They're
are
all missing
paying
a hand
for the
gliders,
fucking
damn it.
wall.
And the pretty,
No,
pretty
it's
fucking people,
fucking
they yell like,
it's fucking insane, Gunny. When like the first time you have a dinosaur break out, dude, and you have to manually open like the emergency system and like tell people to evacuate to the shelters, because you build like these little shelters like they're like safe rooms kind of, where like people can, once they're in there, they're safe. And it locks the park down. But it's just fucking insanity for like the first 3 minutes where you're seeing like a T-Rex run through your park just eating people left and right. And you see people screaming like, ah, everyone's screaming, running to the shelters. And you see like, you deploy your like security team, like the security team is like in this helicopter, like these Black Hawk helicopters or whatever. You see them taking off from the security station, like trying to shoot this fucking T-Rex from a helicopter. It's just fucking insanity.
Fucking awesome. See, that's what I want in the future. Is I want games to be. So I want this kind of thing, but then I also want to be able to play like a VR game where I just visit people's like parks. So all those people screaming will just be people playing in VR. It's like,
Yeah, that'd be cool, huh? Kind of like
I know.
multiplayer, yeah.
And they do have like things in this park where like in the game where like you can ride in the little
Volleyball.
gerbil balls or whatever. You can drive them around yourself, and like. What I love doing in those things, I take them off track and I run into the raptors. Like I hit the raptors with it to piss them off. I just like run into them full speed and I piss them off. It's just hilarious.
Nice.
You could totally do that. You could do whatever you want in the park. You can, like in the park, sometimes just for fun, I'll like accidentally leave a gate open. You know, just to see how long it takes like a raptor to realize the gate is open. I'm like, oh, see how smart this fucking dinosaur is. And they're fucking smart. The motherfuckers know exactly when the gate is open. They will run right to that fucking thing.
What about the Triceratops? Awesome. Is that like a dumbass motherfucker?
No, see, like all the dinosaurs are the thing where like you have to go like find fossils, and then you have to find enough DNA in those fossils to be able to make a dinosaur. So, like, you can't just make a T-Rex. You have to find the T-Rex DNA and enough of it on, like, you have to, I think...
What's the biggest dinosaur you have?
Like I said, it's like this T-Rex-looking guy, but he's not a T-Rex, but he looks like a T-Rex, but he's not a T-Rex. He's a fake T-Rex. Fake news.
He's a RX? No.
And I love when, like, you put, like, little dinosaurs with those guys, because they'll just eat them. Just watch him eat, like, a little dinosaur. Yeah. So that good fun time. Fun times, Gunny. Go play that game.
Yeah,
do you have to order cows?
I just haven't played it. Yeah. Forgot I totally purchased it.
Yeah, I forgot I played that shit. That shit's fun. Fun game.
It was on sale for like $25, I think.
Anyway, sorry I cut you off, Gunny. Keep going with whatever the hell you were going to say next week you've been playing.
No, but I put that in my pin so I can play it, talk about it next week. Even though it's an old game.
No, not really that old. It came out in, July?
You're talking about fucking Shaq. He's not talking about that's an old game. He's all talking about Shaq Fu.
Yeah, dude. You know, fucking Shaq Fu came out fucking 10, 20 years ago.
I know, right?
The remastered version just came out.
Like, I was in high school that game was out.
I know. Bringing back to my Blockbuster days, renting that shit.
All right, that Resident Evil 2 demo came out. Thanks for posting that, Jesus.
Ooh,
I saw that on Twitter as well.
Have you played it?
I did. I played it this morning.
You're one shot. How did you do?
How far did I... Well, you only get 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And damn, it felt more like 15 to me. Dude, I am not... Did you die? I am not a horror... No, I didn't die. I am not a horror player. Yeah, game, like movie
like
watcher or something.
You're not into like horror stuff. You get scared.
I am not anymore.
He's not a horror. No.
I do like the Saw movies.
Mm-hmm.
I saw not Deadly Premonition, but Final Destination's got a reboot. That's another topic, but I'm excited for those. But yeah, I thought it was good. I'm not a big Resident Evil fan. I think every time I've tried to play one, I'm like, yeah, it's not for me. Raccoon City, it's kind of like that's where you pick up from. It just kind of gives you this like really quick screen. It says, oh, okay, you're in the police station. You're back in Raccoon City and you're playing, not Chris Redfield, but I forgot the dude's name. But yeah, you kind of start from there and you're going through these little hallways and you can hear, just shit going on and running into these zombies. And it's like that situation again where you've only got 10 bullets. Make sure all headshots count. You pick up the combat knife, kind of take them out from there.
You start off where do you start off in this game? The police station, right? Raccoon City.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do like the exploration of it. I did enjoy that part, but yeah, it was definitely white knuckled for me, where like everything's dark and you've got the flashlight and
you like
know,
you like looking down the hallway and you see a zombie like going across.
Oh my gosh, man, that just kind of gets butterflies in the stomach for me.
You see the zombie going like down the hallway. He's just like walking across. You're like, oh fuck, I gotta go down there.
And I saw Michelle from VGO had posted on their Twitter as well, like, it's always a fat guy going after the vending machine. He wants a Baby Ruth, So it's like, it's funny when I actually saw him like beating on the vending machine. Like, I slowly went up behind him and thought I would like just take him out from there, but he went down pretty easy with a few knives to the gut. But then some of them are like, you can't do anything until it's that classic Resident Evil, till they stand up, to start shanking them again. But it's pretty brutal, man. Like, you'll take them and just like combat knife through the head, but then you have to reach down and pick the knife up again.
Are you going to buy this game? Do you plan on buying this? Comes out next week, 2 weeks from now?
I don't know. I really don't.
Yeah.
Not that it gives me like
played the
kind of
demo
mad
yet.
anxiety, but it looks beautiful, man. Running in 4K HDR. Gorgeous game.
Yeah. It looks really good. I remember I watched some of the trailers for it. Like, the new graphics look really fucking good, dude. I remember the first time I played this game, I was 8 years old. Or something like that. I remember my aunt bought me a PS1, and then she went to the pawn shop and bought a bunch of games for me, and one of the games was like that Dino Crisis game. She bought me this game, and I think that was it. And I was so hyped to play Resident Evil 2 because like it came in that special 2-disc case or whatever. Like it had the 2-disc on it. I was like, oh, this is fucking cool. It looks cool, zombies. I was fucking scared as shit when I was playing that fucking thing at 8 years old. I was scared as fuck, dude.
Oh man, I still remember, Resident Evil 1. That was the most I've ever jumped in a fucking game.
Yeah, you got scared like a motherfucker, man. Like, holy fuck. But I don't know, maybe I'll like this one. I'll try it out. I like the last one.
I think also what you probably could do is, because I made it. How far did I make it? Like I went through many rooms. I didn't explore them all the rooms, but I think you can still go, because at one point it just says, "All right, you're done, you're finished." I think you could then go back and restart it and just move a lot faster to get through more of the police station. So,
I thought the game only lets you the demo once.
Oh, is it just one time?
No,
okay.
Well, no. Well, yeah, no. You can play it for 30 minutes, but you can die as many times in that 30 minutes or restart
That's what I took from it.
or do whatever the fuck you want. But yeah, 30 minutes to do it.
But it's obviously to be one of those things where you do have to do certain things to unlock certain
Doors
areas.
or whatever,
like you can't just go and like go to the right door because you don't have the combat knife to cut the tape off of the electrical box. I mean, it's one of those things. But I think you can go through it a little quicker. A couple more times, so yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Shooting was good. The shooting is good, classic Resident Evil stuff. So yeah, it's right on par.
Is it tanky controls again?
No, I thought it was pretty good. Like I had no problems landing headshots.
Nice. I know it's like
the one thing, John, I didn't see was I didn't see that kicking. Like any kind of martial arts style, fucking boot to the face.
No Shaq Fu.
No Shaq Fu in this game. I didn't see. I was like, oh, it's not going to let me kick in the zombie
little Shaq Fu. It could be better.
Yeah. I think also on your D-pad you can have like these, like just quick controls to like your health stuff, but I haven't figured that out either. So anyway, go play it, guys.
Is it only on Xbox or is it on everything?
I think it's exclusive to Xbox right now.
Okay. I thought it was on. I heard it was on PS4 as well. I could be wrong.
Double the shots.
Oh, maybe it might be on PC.
1 hour of gameplay instead of 30.
Fuck the system. Fuck you, Capcom.
Let's see, Resident Evil. Evil 2. No,
I'm glad you remind me. I forgot about that.
I don't see it on Steam. So
yeah, I'm glad you fired it up again because I posted it in the group, but I completely spaced it off yesterday. And I was gonna play it yesterday, but I didn't. Fuck, I should have. Should have played it at midnight. All scared and shit.
I fell asleep. Man, Gunny, you look all cool on the screen right now. I know what's going on, but you look like Commando.
I got my big ass headphones. I know. I was just
no. You have all this like weird. Static camo over you just because of you're not feeding through, right? So it looks like you have like sci-fi camo on top of your face. It's pretty awesome.
Right, the sun's right there.
It's pretty amazing. All right.
What else
I know I
played?
played a few other games, but I didn't put any on the list that I were to talk about. I can think of.
Okay.
Oh, Shadow Warrior. Shadow Warrior 2 I played.
Is it as good as Shadow Warrior 1? Shadow Warrior 1 was fun, dude. Chopping people's fucking arms off and shit, and their heads and their fucking legs. You can do all kinds of crazy shit.
You're still kind of doing the same thing, and where I think you hold left trigger and left on the stick, it'll like, and then you can swing around with your sword and just keep spinning around until you run out of stamina, because you do gain stamina in this game. And then it's like that where, you press wide and like you'll pull out your assault rifle and or Uzi and just start cutting enemies down.
So less on the Kung Fu and more on the Uzis?
No Kung Fu, man. I wasn't kicking nobody. I was just shooting them.
Oh, so Shadow Warriors is really
Nice.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah, it's like a first-person game.
Yeah, it's a first person. You got a sword and you got a pistol. And boom, 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 boom. Shoot people in the face. Shoot their arms off, and then you can chop somebody's hands off. Like if you like slice them in their gut, you slice them in half.
I think it's co-op. I think it's multiplayer. You can jump in with co-op.
I want to play this. I want to play this. Where'd you find this at?
It's on Game Pass, is it?
Game Pass.
Shadow Warrior or
Game Pass. Game Pass.
It's like talking about movies on Netflix now. It's like, yes.
I better check.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
You know what, Japan? Playing your VR game?
I've been playing some VR shit. Just a couple. I've only played a little bit of VR. I've been sick most of this week. So I was doing so much gaming during the holiday season or whatever. And then I just got the cold, the death, the plague, whatever. And just
Dude, I'm getting the death plague. I could feel it. Like, when you feel it when you're like your chest and your throat.
It's
It's
going around.
Starting for me right now. And today's
I felt,
day 0.
but yeah, I felt it took me out of gaming for like a week. But I squeezed in a little bit of gaming. My earliest memory of gaming this week was Jesus playing some Wipeout. That was pretty fucking fun. This is randoms. I have to do more of that.
Oh, that was fun, man. It's just that one chick kept kicking her ass.
Oh yeah,
she whooped her ass, dude. She was the host. She was obviously like a better player. Like her rank was like what 50 something. I was level 1.
It was just frustrating because it was just the same map over and over and over and over again.
So she knew it so well, dude. Like I remember that third or fourth race I found. Like I was ahead of everyone, dude. Like I was in first place.
I saw you at first, yeah.
And then all of a sudden she like took me out with like that stupid like that thing when you shake the whole track and like the whole track like goes up and down. It's
the big wave.
Yeah, I think it screwed me up, dude. Blew me up. It just sucked.
Man, I could only imagine Gunny in that game though. Like Gunny, it's fucking crazy. Just like it's Wipeout Omega or whatever on the PS4. And they have the whole game they made in the VR as well, including like the multiplayer and shit. But yeah, you're fighting around those like futuristic hover cars, looking all around.
I played it on PS1 single player, obviously.
Oh man, but yeah, just imagine the game all all futurized and in VR. So like you'll feel the vibration of a car coming up on you, and you look over, you can look behind you and see that fucker right on the side of you, and you're like, damn, and then you start bashing into Jesus, and you hit him into a wall, and then you go over and sort over. And man, it's pretty amazing. Like just looking around at everything around you.
How was the audio on that?
Oh, it's beyond good. Yeah, like I said, you could feel, you could hear like the vibration of the other ships like engines coming up, and you're like, fuck. You have to go around it, and the music's really good. Like they basically, it's like club and drum and bass. So but the club is all really good 4/4 shit, and then the drum and bass it's all over the place, but it's drum and bass, but it's a good variety of it. Even teetering on the edge of some breakcore shit. But yeah, I definitely recommend that game. I've been playing in the state I've been in. I've basically just been playing Kingdom 2 Lands a lot, or 2 Crowns quite a bit still. I haven't progressed very much further. I've just been playing with, been trying to get other people into it. So just been playing like the beginning over and over and over again. So it's been kind of fun. And then, fucking just a lot. In preparation for Titanfall 3, since they announced that's officially coming, I guess hopefully sometime this year. I just am staying to my daily regimen of playing a little bit of Titanfall 2 and a little bit of Titanfall 1 every day. Nice. And the game's still going good. So I love it. Greatest game. Titanfall 3, 2019 Game of the Year.
Yeah, calling it, right?
Okay, yeah, just throwing that out there right now. But yeah. But
your predictions, John. When will it come out, or when will it be announced?
Oh, okay. This is why. Oh man.
No. When will it be released?
Okay, I know. Okay, so I've been giving this a lot of thought, and so basically, Respawn announced that they have the 2 titles coming out this year. One of them is definitely the Star Wars. I see Star Wars being more of a holiday game.
Absolutely.
So that one's probably going to take more. Yeah, like November, December.
Or October, yeah. Either one.
Yeah.
I got to get it out well before, Black Friday.
But I think, that's a good point. But I think because of the movies, I think it's going to be like November. I think it's going to be the first part of November is going to be the Star Wars game. But I think
it's got to be the first couple weeks of November.
Titanfall 3 has really gotten me thinking like hard. I think that one's either going to be like a September release, unless I'm like pleasantly surprised by like some odd-off April release, because they've had a production team working on it. Like they've split their studio into 3 teams, so they've been busting that out, and then they did a bunch more hiring for it. So I don't know what phase they're in it, but they're a kind of a quiet company anyways. They never really like show off. So that game could come out like in September, but man, if I was surprised in April, it would be like the best 420 present ever. So I don't know. I'm basically just waiting for that. But anyway about it, this year's gonna be good for me. Like with that, and then like Gears 5 and shit. I'm just it's like the year of John. I just can't wait for all this shit. But So but in the meantime though, Titanfall 2, pretty much daily, and being sick though, I just sucked because I didn't play much. But man, I want to play. I just kept thinking the games I want to play, and I really want to play some Sea of Thieves, and I really want to get more Deep Rock Galactic in there. The Sea of Thieves should be having their update. I forgot if it's February or March. As far as that whole, it seems more of a PvP mode where you have your ship. Everybody has the same goal right in the middle. Oh fuck.
Yeah, you missed your audio. I know it turns off, right?
Yeah.
I'm talking about fucking Sea of Thieves. Okay, there we go. Yeah, my battery's like, fuck this conversation, I'm out. So, all right. Yeah, so anyways, that's about it. Yeah.
Hey, John, you know what I want to tell you was, you know how people talked about this year about, and since you are such a big Gears of War fan as well, with Eric, is, a lot of people talk about A Way Out, either Jesus being on his top 10, and other shows that I've listened to that it's in the honorable mentions, and how, this is something they don't do very often as far as a co-op game. And one thing that kind of it reminded me of was playing co-op Gears of War 2.
Oh, I know.
And not to say that they're the same game, but I just thought I definitely can relate to that as far as, it's that 2-player. You have to help each other to just get through that game if you're playing it that way.
Well, the Gears was always like Gears 1, Gears 2, and then the Gears 5 was all about like the 2-player co. You really have to help each other in spots, but it was always co-op. What I'm kind of bummed about on the Gears is I really liked Gears 3 and Gears. Wait, did Gears 2 do it also? But I know Gears 3 for sure. But
that's when it went 4-player.
Yeah. As a 4-player co-op
that kind of lost me. That lost me personally.
Oh, okay.
There was only so much ammo, and I was like, fuck this,
Oh man, for me it was just like the thing that you're going through. I just thought the fact you're going to like a movie-esque like action movie with 3 buddies, like whereas 4 of you going through it together was just amazing. And so with Gears 5, it seemed with Gears 5, they're kind of going away from that and still keeping the 2-player, but maybe adding like open world elements instead. I mean, it could be all right, but I want to, as an old Gears fan, I wish they would, and it just went back to because Gears 4 seemed like they were just doing the graphics push, so I could understand just doing 2-player co-op and not pushing 4-player co-op, but it seems like Gears 5 they should have. But I guess whatever fucking Gears they come out with on the next, whatever the Xbox 2 is or whatever it is, then yeah, well,
20, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that will be probably like a 4-player co-op shit, I hope. But anyways, well, we'll see what they do with it. That's definitely always one of their big budget games, so they're gonna go crazy with it.
Yeah, I was simply reminiscing about that. I just thought about that moment when,
I love multiplayer. See, I don't like single player games, but I love like multiplayer story co-op games. If you can go through the whole campaign but with a buddy, then it just makes it so much more fun. Oh, yeah, yay. More buds.
Yeah. Okay. Well, move on here, guys. Another game I played this week, real quick. I just want to mention that I almost killed me. It's Beat Saber.
Nice.
Beat Saber, dude. It's such a hard game. It's probably the hardest VR game I've ever played. Ever.
I've been too sick to play that. Even think about playing Beat Saber. Like,
how do your arms feel?
I'm at what campaign level? I'm at 16 now.
He can't lift his arms because they're too buff right now.
There's just no, dude. Like there was one mission where like you had to get like a 60,000 points or whatever. So like I was able to get that, but on top of that, you also have to move your arms 900 fucking meters, and like there's no way, dude. Like I literally tried that same thing for like 40 minutes, and I was like, my arms hurt. They fucking hurt after I was done with that. I was like, holy shit, I can't believe I finally beat this. And then I get to the next level, and it's like, oh, in this one, you can't miss more than 3 times. Like, what? And there's like, oh, and on top of that, the song is going to come at you faster. And on top of that, we're putting this on harder difficulty. So I was like, yeah, no, it ain't going to work out for me.
It kind of reminds me, I forgot another honorable mention. I've been playing this game called Little Star on the PSVR. Yeah. And man, my arm hurts fucking bad too. It's just like all these women coming at me all the time and I don't know what to do. Oh Jesus, sucks.
But yeah, man, fucking that shit's intense. Anyways, let's get on to some news. It's news time. Move on to some news. For you. In Fortnite news, let me pull up this article right here.
Are people still playing that shit?
Fortnite being one of the biggest games this last couple of years. There's a person that's one of the creators of Fortnite called Tim Sweeney. He is now going to buy a forest in the state of North Carolina. Yep. He's buying a forest, Gunny, because he fucking can.
Damn.
He says he wants to buy an entire forest and prevent anyone from chopping the trees down. So he's doing it.
Good.
He is now buying, he's already purchased 40,000 acres of land, which makes him one of the biggest private landowners in North Carolina. And
North Carolina, I roll over there.
Yep, and
kick them rednecks.
I mean, he's saying that he's not letting anyone chop down his trees. It's private property. He owns the land.
Oh, I heard about this.
He's not letting anyone chop the trees down. Save the trees.
It's now a sanctuary. I see.
Yeah, pretty much. A fort.
He's gonna tell you. I know he's gonna start holding real life Fortnite things over there. Invite like 100 kids.
Battle Royale. It's on this area.
In the woods.
Ooh, come on.
We'll be the owner of Fortnite.
Oh my god, dude. Okay. Do you think if in real life he said, all right, I want 100 people to come to this 40,000 acre fence around this, like an electrified mega fence that no one can escape.
All right, slowly close in on you.
And this fence is this fence will slowly close in on you or something. Okay, but No. The fence won't close in. What they'll do is they'll light a fire around the forest, like in a circle, and the fire will close in. Right, like after the first 5 hours, the fire will start and it'll start closing in. But one person has to make it out alive. There's no duos. There's no parts. One person has to make it out alive. The last person who makes it out gets to own Epic Games or whatever. How many people do you think would sign up for that?
Take my position. I know, it'd be awesome. It'd be all.
That would be insane.
And that's how you get that shit on TV.
Yep. 1,000 people.
Like, you thought I was doing this for the environment.
I'm burning the forest down, motherfuckers.
It's all clearing out all these animals. Get the fuck out of here.
I mean, that would be insane. That would be insanity.
Would you guys sign up?
Maybe. No, yeah. I don't care about Fortnite.
Or would you watch it on TV?
I would watch it.
I would bet on it.
I would never sign up for it.
I'd drive up to Reno or go to Vegas and put some money down on it. Yeah.
Put money down on your favorite contestant.
I'm on Team Jesus.
I'm not going. Fuck you. I'm not gonna be there. You're gonna lose a lot of money if you bet on me. I ain't showing up.
It'd just be like if I was on that show like a normal Fortnite, I'd just find a bathroom somewhere and hide in it with the door closed until the game's over. Just like real Fortnite.
Amazing. Yeah. It would have been a golf course, a couple golf courses, a hotel and a spa, 1,050 homes. Amazing what you can do with money that you have. And yeah, I'm glad he's preserving.
Yeah. It's kind of cool.
In other news, I now have the final version of the Mad Box. It doesn't look like anything like the last one looked like. This looks more like a Wi-Fi router, almost like one of those like Nighthawk routers or something. It's not vertical anymore. It's more of a flat system, and yeah, it's gonna have a screen in the front of it. And it's gonna be blue. It looks like they're going with the light of a blue light blue colors on it. Yeah.
I don't know what this company's thinking though, going up against the Atari box.
I don't know what they're thinking either. But this is the design they've come up with. This is like this.
I don't see the link. I'll just
the design we're going with. It might be slightly amended over time, but this is it. Yeah.
That console.
I mean, I don't know about you guys, but the Mad Box will be okay. I think maybe it's gonna fail for sure. In other news, moving on here to the most important news of the week, I feel like this is the news that made the most headlines the whole week, is Destiny news. Bungie has announced that they're no longer going to be published by Activision. They plan to self-publish their own games. For example, Destiny 3, more specifically. They're going to self-publish, so they're going to be an indie developer now. The biggest indie developer in the world. Bungie. That's right. So pretty much.
I'm trying to think. Rob Shannon said that. I think I saw in the tweet yesterday that that maybe they bought them, that they purchased the rights to Destiny. Am I reading that wrong?
What?
Yeah, the Activision bought the rights to it.
No, you're totally reading that wrong. Well, they might have before, but now with the split, but regardless of whatever happened in the past, like now Bungie and Activision they're no more together, and Bungie has Destiny.
Okay.
So it's pretty cool. I mean, we'll see what happens. It's definitely an interesting year for me because I'm going to see what happens with two companies doing the direct reverse from each other. The two games I'm hella into. So with Destiny 3 is going to be the first time that, Bungie is going to be producing it without Activision's like direct help. And Titanfall 3 is going to be the first time Respawn's making Titanfall with fucking EA's direct, involvement. So it's going to be role reversals and it's interesting. I'm pretty excited for it because I felt some of the update like, man, so I've been really digging Destiny or Destiny 2 a lot lately, but I have not, and I haven't picked up that fucking annual pass shit because I don't even know what it gets me. Like, it's not really lined out, and I'm just not going to... I don't buy shit like that. So this is the first time they're trying it, and I'm not very happy. So,
and, we also saw
more Activision, that could be good.
That they had... That I can't think of who it was, if it was Activision or if it was Bungie, that said, hey, we did not make anywhere near the sales that we wanted to on this last piece of DLC.
Well, they haven't... almost every Activision
Activision
game, released in the last year or two, has seen a decline in sales from what they thought they were going to sell.
Right, yeah.
Destiny 2, Black Ops, World War 2, all those games have seen a decline. Yeah, they set their expectations way too high, and I think it's a good move by Bungie to just be like, you know what, fuck this. We're tired of you guys. They don't
need them at all.
Yeah, we're tired of you guys gating our shit, telling us what to do or telling us how to make the DLC or whatever, how to monetize. And I hope that
Eververse is going to get hit like right away, which is good. And that's the engine that's the pay for system that everybody hates.
And I hope that by the next time Bungie releases Destiny 3, that they just like, you know what, we're not doing this like timed exclusive DLC anymore. Everyone gets DLC, and I'm hoping that Bungie pushes for cross-platform play.
Me too. I was thinking about that also. Yeah, definitely.
Because that's the one game that I think would benefit from it highly, having people playing across platforms. You know what I mean? If you can play with PC,
because everybody has their characters that they've been working on, and nobody wants to jump systems and restart that shit.
So I'm hoping, I'm so hoping that as soon as this, because they're already moving through the phases of getting separated or whatever. They've announced it. They're moving through it. But I'm hoping that whatever they're working on next, hopefully they like push for cross-platform. Hopefully they like force Sony to let them do cross-platform.
You know what would be good? Well, okay, it probably wouldn't be good if they joined Epic. But that was my first thought. What about Epic? Maybe they're going there. I was just more in jest than anything when I said that. But
no, they want to be independent, man. I think they're tired of
I agree. I don't think they should be.
They're tired of being bossed around by big companies. First by Microsoft making them make Halo all the time, and they're just forcing them to make Halo. They've even said when they moved to Activision, the reason they left Microsoft is because they were tired of working on Halo. They're like, dude, we love Halo. We like making Halo, but we're tired of making Halo. You know what I mean? We have ideas. Like with this idea of Destiny, we've pitched it to Microsoft. Microsoft didn't like the idea. They wanted us to continue making Halo. That's the whole thing, you know what I mean? Like they had this Destiny idea for years and years and years, and Microsoft wouldn't let them do it. They're just like, nope, you'll be making Halo again, and more Halo and more Halo and more Halo. And Bungie is like, you know what? Fuck Halo. Fuck you. We're leaving. Right. We're going to make our own game somewhere else.
Yeah, and, for anybody that was kind of even mad at them for doing the PS4 thing.
And that's how Guardians were made.
You need money to actually make, content. So I was all in agreement for them to, make some exclusive content. If that's what it took to get the extra dollars to make, a better game, whatever. But, 1 was okay. I think 2 was really good. It had a really good story and really good multiplayer. So, but now it'll be really interesting if, like you said, Destiny 3, and they're going to get the support they need on Battle.net, and on consoles. And so, yeah, that would be good for them. I'd like to see them step up to the plate with cross-platform, and then maybe have Ubisoft come out and grow a pair and say, yeah, we want that too. We don't want to, we'd love to see that as well. So good for them, man.
Yeah. In other news, Amazon is reportedly working on a new game streaming service. These are the latest rumors from the world. Is that Amazon is now working to offer a game streaming platform for video games via their Fire TV devices and streaming media players. So yeah.
Is it the Soldier Boys now working with Amazon?
No, it's just Amazon trying to make their own stuff.
Yeah. I recognize this controller we're looking at right now.
Oh, that used to be the controller they used to sell with their Fire Sticks. Remember?
Ah, yeah. It has that similar 360 type style, or even a.
They used to sell it with their Fire Sticks.
Yeah, I would say
to
more
play
of an
those,
Xbox 360 type.
to play those mobile like Android games on there or whatever. Then they got rid of it.
Yeah, like something you'd see in an Apple store or something. So.
In other news, the Better Business Bureau gave Epic Games a rating of F. An F rating for Epic Games.
What?
That's right. Pretty much Epic Games got the F rating in Connecticut after the BBB received 279 complaints in the past 3 years. 271 of the 279 complaints were filed just last year. The BBB says that 247 of those 279 complaints have gone unanswered. So that's why they deserve an F rating from the BBB. Which is bullshit.
Racking up them bills. Derek Blaze, you got some explaining to do. Isn't he in Connecticut? Thought he was.
It's just, who cares? Like, I could guarantee that 275 out of the 279 complaints are parents pissed off that their kids were able to buy V-Bucks with their credit cards on their Xboxes or phones or whatever they have it tied. Yeah, whatever they have this shit tied to. Mostly their phones, I bet. Like, kids got on their phone, like, I know my mom has her credit card saved for Apple on her phone. So I'm going to download Fortnite and buy the V-Bucks. And that's what they did.
Buy this costume.
Yep. And
hey, guess what I got for when I bought the graphics card
Fortnite
from Amazon? I got Fortnite.
V-Bucks, bro? You got all the V-Bucks?
So it doesn't say that was part of the deal. Is I got like all these V-Bucks, or I got like the original game or some shit. I'm like, why the fuck I don't want Fortnite? Yeah, bullshit.
You should have sold those V-Bucks.
I think I have the code.
Or trade them for drugs. I probably would have traded them for drugs.
You could probably actually legit trade them for drugs nowadays. The's probably like some drug dealer.
It's some high school.
Some drug dealer out there is accepting V-Bucks. He's accepting V-Bucks for their meth. Some high schooler selling drugs.
And my kid got Call of Duty Black Ops 4. Well, like in-game stuff, so.
Shit. In other news, Facebook has been recently banning and rejecting video game advertisements for sexually suggestive imagery. So there's plenty of games right now that have come out, and they've been kind of bitching at Facebook because Facebook keeps banning their ads. I know, for example, recently that Grease game that came out on like last week or 2 weeks from now, something like that. It was an indie game, came out on Switch and all that shit, Xbox, Steam. That has like one of their pictures got banned on Facebook because they posted like an ad. And it was like, download Grease, now available on Steam or whatever. And they're like, ban, motherfucker, ban. You know, they're like, what the fuck? And apparently it was banned for suggestive nudity. And they were like, there's no nudity in our photo. But Facebook's like, nope, there's a naked person on there. We can see it. It's hidden. We see it.
I see a naked Super Meat Boy. He's got a little... I can see the crack in the butt.
Where?
I think this is...
Oh,
right
is that what it is? Oh, that crack on the butt? That's...
Look at that. That's naked skin right there.
Suggestive nudity right there. I feel it. Agree. But yeah. So pretty much, Super Meat Boy. Meat. Got their shit banned. And pretty much the Grease, their launch trailer ad, that's a sexually suggestive scene.
Let's all go to a Puritan society.
I'm looking at their scene right now. It looks like a lady, maybe in the background is like the shadow of the lady. Could she be nude?
Chris, right?
She's probably nude.
She
could be nude. She's probably nude.
How? What? No, you can't even.
Is she nude?
It doesn't even look like it.
Does she look like she's nude?
No, it doesn't.
Looks like she's nude to me.
What's your opinion?
Ban this. I'm getting horny just looking at this picture.
Sorry, guys, I gotta go.
I mean, no wonder Facebook banned this.
I mean, there's other games I think we can say that are more... Yeah, I don't know. I mean, what are we going to start now? Just start banning? I don't know.
Oh, they're going to ban all the fucking Dead or Alive fucking games from showing any kind of imagery.
I wonder how this works in, like, maybe closed groups or private groups? I mean, did they just like they already know, or is it just kind of like something that's just kind of out there for everyone to see, like in public, Facebook? Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, we'll see what happens with all that. Fucking Facebook being a bunch of pansies. Oh, look at us. In other news, do you enjoy playing violent video games?
I do.
Then you cannot avoid military service.
Oh, man.
That is the message South Korea is now sending to people. This says here
it was gonna be a home play, like oh man, I like that garden game. I can't remember what it's called, but
it says here that prosecutors,
South Korean
prosecutors in South Korea are now investigating whether some men have sought exemption from military service because of playing online shooting games.
I'm gonna tell my neighbor he's in the Coast Guard.
Because some people are claiming that because of their religious beliefs, it forbids them from bearing arms. And that is a justifiable excuse to refuse duty in South Korea. You can say, like, look, my faith doesn't let me use weapons. So, like, you cannot put me in service because I can't use weapons.
Playing violent video games.
But they're saying, yeah, motherfucker, we see you online. Motherfucker, playing Call of Duty. What are you doing?
You see people, like 20 people in an hour. Like, what? That's bullshit. That sucks. Yeah, no.
It says here that the ruling has come after a long fight by many of Jehovah's Witnesses that are pushing back against the country's stringent military service law, under which all men between the ages of 18 and 35 are now required to perform at least 21 months of service in the South Korean military. So you got to be at least 21 months of service in the South Korean military to be in that country.
Years?
Almost 2 years.
All years, yeah.
A year and a little bit over a year and a half, year and 9 months.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, you'll be fine. Don't worry.
I can see if they just kind of like just said,
what war is South Korea fighting anyways?
Like, cool. But even if they just said, I don't know, military shooters, like, is that a bad thing?
It's probably just some people don't want to go into it now. Yeah. Like, holy shit.
Yeah,
like that was terrible.
Yeah,
or I only play Kirby All-Stars. Or
North Korea is crazy. We don't want to go into war. Like,
I know.
No, Fortnite. Fortnite syndrome.
But to that point, guys, I mean, when I worked at Brinks, we've had some people come in there, and either they went through the training, which is only a couple weeks, and just said, I don't like guns. Yeah, like, what are you doing working here? You know, so yeah, there is that. So nip that in the bud right away.
In other news, a mother said that she was shocked over a video game found in a video game console meant for kids.
Oh, yeah?
Says a game meant for kids was full of explicit images. Jennifer Lee said that she purchased the game at Opry Mills Mall. The Christmas gift was something Lei and her 12-year-old daughter could enjoy together. My whole point of wanting this was so I could school her on some Mario, laughed Lei. When Lei fired up the console and went down the list, she found a game with the name We Can't Tell You and content that has to be blurred to share. Awesome. The game showed animated genitals of several characters, including Ronald McDonald.
Are you talking about the Ronald McDonald?
The game was also filled with other phallic images. She said, quote, seeing Ronald McDonald, I was pretty shocked. It shows the kid's tent, and there's two kids laying there seemingly naked, looking at a book that says pornography. You go through the levels. The kid is still naked. I was like, this can't be real. Is this really happening right now? The levels you click on, they're very phallic. Says a friend said he bought the Super Mini SN-02 for Lei and her daughter from the retro games kiosk at Opry Mills. So pretty much like they bought like this knockoff Chinese fucking, you know, like one of these like $2 consoles that are sold for like $20 or something.
Suja Boy did it.
I'm looking at it right now, like the box, they showed the box of like that the thing came in, and it says Super Mini SN-02. And it says built-in 821 classic games. And it looks like the Super Nintendo Entertainment System because even it has like the same style marketing looking on it. Like it looks like the branding, and it looks like the console almost. It just doesn't have like the slot on the top.
Well, it looks exactly like a Super NES too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It looks just like it. It just doesn't have like the Nintendo markings on it or whatever. Right. But yeah.
I've seen this before. I've seen it before.
You bought it before, Gunny?
No, I've seen it. Where did I see it at? I don't know. It probably was at the mall or something.
Are you playing naked Ronald McDonald game?
No, I want to know where this game is. I want to get some homebrew going. You know, play this. Not.
Big Mac attack.
Shit.
Well, that's what you get for buying a cheap knockoff frickin' console.
Yeah.
Out of a vending machine.
Yeah. It's might have where I've seen it at. So.
But that's all I have for news, guys. Let's move on to community questions. You can leave us questions every week, all the weeks, over at feedback@horriblegamers.com. That's our email address. You can just email it to us or message us on Facebook or message us on the group. Message our Facebook page. We'll get that message as well. You can message us personally on our gamer tags. Join the group, post in there. Join our Discord, post in there. We're pretty much giving you like every option in the world to send questions in. We're working on courier pigeons. So you can send them in that way. Anyways.
We have many ways. Just ask Brian Jr.
Your fucking questions, Gunny. Questions. Go.
Send them in like Brian Telt Jr. asks questions. And he says, okay, he has a question. He says, okay, so me and the wife were coach co-op, Kingdom 2 Crowns, like Johnathan Hall,
couch
Jesus.
Co-op. Couch. He meant couch.
Couch co-op. Got me hooked. Next thing we knew, 4 hours had passed, and it was time for work. Question is what's the longest amount of time you have passed gaming that you didn't notice it was that long? How much time?
Man, I don't see.
Does Brian speak English?
He speaks Canadian.
He speaks Canadian.
Is that like
It's
fucking broken ass English?
Oh, it was translated through old man Gunny.
This is like some weird fucked up English that I'm not understanding very well. What's going on right now?
How much time has passed? How much time have you just like gotten yourself immersed into a game, right? And you are like, fuck, I didn't realize 8 hours have passed. Or
happens to me all the time with Civilization Revolution. That game I could play for like 6 hours straight and not know the time passed. Pretty much all those types of games are like management games, like city management, city skylines. It'll probably happen to me with like XCOM 2. You get in there and you just don't realize how much time is going by. And next you played so many hours of it. I think one time I played PUBG for like a whole day straight. Almost. Well, I'm not saying like 24 hours, but I'm saying like maybe like 12 hours.
Got to eat or this or
No, I mean, I'll take breaks. I'll eat and do all that. But like, I'll just keep playing it. And then like, it's like 11 o'clock at night and I'm like, it's probably like 7:30 in the afternoon. And I look at the clock and I'm like, oh shit. Oh fuck. It's almost tomorrow.
I've done that playing, recently I was playing, I don't think it was like a lot of time, but it was that original Hitman. I have Mondays off and I'm like, I'm going to game today. I'm going to get my housework done and do everything to do that I normally would be.
I'll tell myself I'll do laundry or something and I don't do laundry because I'm like, I forgot to do laundry. I just forgot.
And then I almost forgot to pick the kid up at school. It was like,
they're calling you from the school. Come
where
pick
did
up
4 hours go? But then I could remember playing Dragon's Dogma back on the 360 and, taking one of those weird naps at like 7 o'clock at night, waking up at like 10 o'clock at night, and playing Dragon's Dogma. I'm like, is that the sun coming up? Like, holy shit, Yeah. I thought it would be like 2 in the morning. It was like 6 in the morning. Yeah.
Have you ever played a game up to like the time you have to go to work?
Oh man, I used to deal with Gears 1.
So early.
Gears 1, I was cut myself and I cut myself off just to make it.
When I was younger, I used to do that shit with school all the time. I would be like, I want to stay up all night and go to school, and then in fucking class, I'd be fucking half asleep. Wake up! Like, oh shit. Oh yeah. Question. You're asking me, motherfucker. Yeah, I used to do that shit all the time, man. Pass out in class because I'm too sleepy because I stayed up all night playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.
Oh, good times.
But then we were able to stay up longer. So.
I could see how Kingdom 2 Crowns could be that type of game, though, man. Because that game is slow, man.
Oh, it is.
So,
yeah, like,
and then you get to winter and you're just like, all right, Jonathan, we're going to spend 1 hour fucking trying to defend these walls with no money.
You're trying to maximize your time, too. So you're thinking the course of a day, you still have like a little time to kill. But even in real life, each of those days is probably like 15 minutes. And then, 4 days goes by like that. And
they're not 15 minutes. They're more like a minute each or 2 minutes each. Because it's going by constantly.
Yeah,
but like when winter comes, winter takes like maybe 20, 30 minutes to go through the whole winter phase or whatever. That's when we're struggling. That's when we're like, fuck! We need to stop being winter already.
Yeah, fucking fish.
That game's so good though, man. I should play that with my brother since he...
I didn't even know it was couch co-op. So I might even try to get...
I don't even have it downloaded. It's like,
man.
Get your wife to play it, Jonathan.
Yeah, I might check that out. Because,
she's going to be this shit is boring. It's just fucking boring.
Yeah, probably. We've been playing fucking Life is Strange. We've been going through all those in order.
I saw you the other day. You're like, Chapter 3, Episode 3, Chapter 5. I'm like, what the fuck is Jonathan doing right now? What's he doing?
I play the prequel or the Before the Storm is super slow. Like I just feel like I'm just clicking the button for. I mean, I'm living the life of a lesbian teenager, but I'm just clicking the button to go through it. I'm not making too many choices.
Right now, I'm halfway through episode 1 of the first season, not Before the Storm, but the regular Life is Strange.
Yeah,
and because I was gonna start with Before the Storm, but like. I read it on Reddit, like, it's better to start with season 1 and then go to Before the Storm because you'll get, like, a lot of the hints they're dropping in Before the Storm. You understand the story a little bit better, even though it's a prequel. You understand, like, the things that they're saying or what they're referencing to in season 1 or whatever. And, like, that's the way people say to play it, so I'm playing through that. And, like, those people are fucked up in that school, man. I'm at that school. I'm like, these people are just pieces. Like, fuck that chick, that rich bitch or whatever.
I know.
Fuck her, dude. I straight up like took a picture of her with paint all over her. I'm like, yeah, bitch, fuck you. I'm making my character. What's her name? Isn't her name Max or something? Max.
I don't think it's Max, but I just woke up. I can't
forget her. I think her name is Max. But anyway, I'm making her like a total fucking bitch. Fuck these people. You don't care about none of them.
Yeah, well, I keep trying to. Me and my wife, we made a conscious decision. Like, it's like, do we want our character to be like kind of nice and going with it, or do we want her to be like just a bitchy teenager? And we went with bitchy teenager. And every time a nice choice, I'm like, fuck, I shouldn't have did that. Damn it, I messed up. So
I went with bitchy teenager because like, there's some shit that happens in that game when you're like, how did that end up the bad way? I thought I made the good decision here. You know what I mean?
Oh, man.
For example, one of the scenes in the first episode is where, like, the security guard at the school was kind of, like, bullying one of your friends or your best friend or whatever the fuck she is. Like, the only girl you talk to in the whole school. And then, like, you have an option to, like, confront him or, like, stay back.
Chloe.
No, Chloe's her friend.
It is Max.
Oh, close. It is Max. Okay, sorry,
Chloe's the chick with the
Sean
blue
Fuller
hair.
talking about her.
Yeah, okay, yeah, you guys are right.
And like, there's like a scene, right, where like you're seeing, like you're walking back to your parking lot or something to meet your guy friend. I forget his fucking name. Irrelevant dude, friend zone guy. You're gonna meet him in the parking lot, and you're fucking walking, and you see like the cop security guard or whatever, rent-a-cop, bullying your friend Chloe, which I think is one of the girls in the game. And like, you have a choice to like confront him and tell him to like back the fuck off, or like, to like just sit back and watch him do it and then don't do nothing. And the first time I like sat back and didn't do nothing, she like walks by and she's like, "Thanks so much, Max, for fucking helping me, you bitch." And I was like, "What the fuck? What the fuck, you bitch?" So I rewound time and I intervened the second time, and it's like, she's like, "You shouldn't have done that." I'm like, What the fuck? Fuck you, you know,
funny.
like...
I guess that's life.
Yeah.
The first
Can't
time,
lose anybody.
the first time I didn't do it, you were mad at me. The second time I did it, you're mad at me. So fuck you, you know, like, I don't understand that. The whole that's bullshit, dude.
So it's like one time you're all beating her up yourself.
You help the cop beat her up. It's a cool game, though. It's interesting.
Yeah.
I like it. Anyways, next question.
Next one from John Jerome. He said he's been listening to a lot of Game of the Year podcast and was wondering what game series would you label as greatest of all times? For example, Mass Effect, Halo, God of War, Forza. Thanks for putting Forza in there, John. Because that would be maybe not number one, but
Of all times, man, that's hard.
I think Mass Effect. I never got much into 1, but 2 is amazing, and 3 is really good. I finished both of those games, Mass Effect 2 a couple times. I was pleased with the Mass Effect 3 ending.
Yeah.
I never played
Did you ever play Andromeda?
Andromeda. No, I have. I mean, Ryan's got it on Xbox. I haven't
Good
played
game,
it. So.
dude. It's enhanced for the Xbox and everything, 4K and all that shit.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, so when I did play it, it was all pixelated. I don't know if that was just when it first came out. It was kind of buggy, but I'm sure it's all fixed now.
It's all fixed now. But, I mean, that's mine, dude. Like, Mass Effect, there's never been a game that I've felt more invested in Mass Effect. Ever since Mass Effect.
Right, because you can go into 2,
yeah.
and then it'll let you kind of pick choices from Mass Effect 1.
Well, I played 1, and then I went to 2, so, like, it just carried my choices over, and, like, I thought that was cool, but, like, just the characters and the development of the characters and, like, how you can see the people change from like, the first game to the second game to the third game, and, like, how more, like, you become, like, closer to them the more you play with them, you know what I mean? Like, in the end, dude, like, one of my favorite parts of Mass Effect 3 was, in the end, like, right before you're gonna go fight all the... What are they called? They're called the Reapers? Is that what they're called?
Yes.
Yeah, you're gonna go fight the Reapers on Earth, right? Because they're, like, literally attacking... They're attacking Earth. They're gonna show up and fuck Earth up and finish the world. So, like, everyone... Humanity's getting all together with, like, all the aliens in the fucking galaxy to fight these Reapers. And, that, like, one of the last missions you do is, like, you go back to the Citadel... And you're just, like, kind of partying with, like, all the different characters. And you can just, you go, like, you kind of have, like, a moment when, like, each one of the crew members, right? Like, you talk to Drac. And then you talk to, like, the Garrus, what's his name? Is Garrus? Something like that? The alien guy,
Garrus.
cop. The Garrus guy. And, like, you're shooting with him, you know, like, and you're kind of talking with him. And you're shooting the sniper rifle, trying to hit targets, just bullshitting with him, talking about, like, the past and all the shit you went through in the past. And... You know, you're remembering about, like, your old friends that died in the game, you know, like, the dude who died in the second game, that weird alien-looking guy who died. Was it Morty, or what's his name? What the fuck was his name?
It was Morty. You're talking about Mass Effect 3 when you're on that planet and you're just about to well, you're in war, but it's just the brink of destruction. That was a
and
great
you're kind of just
moment.
You're just partying, man, and then, like...
Yeah.
And and you go to the club, and you go to the club, and everyone's at the club, like the whole entire crew of, like, the what the fuck is the ship called now? The Normandy.
Yeah.
Fuck, man, like, I forget all these fucking names.
I was trying to think of, like, what number it was.
Yeah, the crew of the Normandy. Yeah, the crew of the Normandy is all at the bar, and everyone's just partying. They're like, Commander Shepard! And everyone's just fucking just partying, and, like, you know, like, this is the last hoorah, like, before, like, you're probably all gonna die in this one mission, you know what I mean? And, like, then it gets to the end of the game, and you're like, when you're going in there, and you're like, you see, like, all the ships from, like, all the race of all the aliens just coming in at once into the Earth orbit, and you're like, oh fuck, like, there's so many Reapers down here, you know, like 50 of them on Earth just destroying everything, and, you know, people are crying and people are asking for help, and that whole shit, dude, was very emotional. It was fucking awesome. Just the whole way they pulled that off was so cool. I fucking loved every moment of that, dude. And it's my favorite series by far. Like, every time I talk about it, I want to go play it again. I just don't know where to start. You know what I mean? I don't know if I should go to 2 or 3.
I would think you'd start from 2, and then you pick the choices that you want to pick this time. Maybe something different from what you did in 1, and then just go from there. And then just go all the way to the end of 3.
I
think there's just a couple different ways to play it.
Man. It's such a cool story, dude. I loved Andromeda too, man. Andromeda was a interesting story.
Jesus, right?
Yeah. 200 years after all that shit went down, they sent like a ship out to find a new Earth or whatever, and like you realize this new galaxy is all fucked up too. Like it's all fucked. We're all fucked everywhere.
What about The Witcher? Did you play Witcher 2 Assassins of Kings or something?
I played a little bit of Witcher 2, not much of it. I didn't like the combat in it, but like I said, Witcher 3... It
was crummy.
I've played some of it.
I think you could remap your controller now, but...
I like
played that one.
Witcher 3 is cool, man, but to me... I still just like Mass Effect more. I don't know what it is about it. Maybe it's the space theme or the crew, the people in it. I feel more connected to series than I do to Geralt and his people, like Ciri and Jennifer and all those motherfuckers, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, and Halo, I've never gotten into Halo. Forza, I guess you could say it's a series. It's just something out every year, you know? Every other year they release a different version.
What do you get attached to in Forza? Like the cars? I'm attached to the Ferraris.
Right. I remember Forza 1.
I would put Gears on that list for me.
Gears is good too. Like,
yeah.
But for all the same reasons that you said, all the shit characters,
man. Yeah.
But even just playing through them, all those characters just mean more and more to you.
Like when Dom sacrifices himself, and you're like,
oh yeah,
and you're like,
Gears 3.
Like, you're just like hoping he like dives out of the truck last second, but he doesn't. He's just like full speed going down there. You're like, oh man, like what the fuck, dude.
Yeah,
I may have mentioned that I listened to the book on Audible. I listened. I didn't read it after Gears of War 3, you know, and talking to Dom's wife, and it's just really
good. Man.
It's a good series on Audible, and same Halo, same thing, same producer of the books as well. It's a whole series.
That series would be like such a cool movie. They could make a really fucking cool Gears movie, dude. They made all these other stupid ass movies like Pacific Rim and shit. Why not just make a fucking Gears movie, dude?
I know.
You know what I mean?
Don't
even make it about like Marcus Phoenix or anybody. Make it about like another squad. Like make up a squad. Or Echo Squad.
I mean, even if Microsoft had to take their name off of it, if people actually played like fine, you know?
Get Peter Jackson to do it. It'd be fucking awesome.
Yeah,
there you go.
Make a new squad. Call it whatever. Fox Squad or Delta Squad. No, not Delta, because that's what Marcus is from. Make it like some other stupid name.
Beta Squad.
Beta Squad. You guys are the misfits of the cogs.
Squad Scooby. Let's go.
And like just have them doing like maybe like do like the part of the pendulum war, whatever the wars that they were fighting between each other, and then like have it where like they show D-Day happening and like you know these guys getting called into service and all this shit. Cool.
The squad leader is like one of Phoenix Carmine Phoenix's brothers.
Oh, there you go, and he dies. He dies in the movie, like some stupid ass way.
You know he's gonna die the entire time.
And then like he mentions like I have 6 little brothers. They're
so
all
proud of them all.
Carmines.
They're all go-go.
One of my brothers just joined the other day.
So proud of my family. We're all gonna make it big. Can't wait to see them all after all this war's done.
Oh,
family barbecue.
It'd be cool, you know what I mean? Seeing all that happening or whatever, like that would be interesting. Yeah, it would be. But they would never do it because I think it's just.
I thought what's his name was fucking making a
too much money.
Gears movie.
Well, they keep saying it and then they keep delaying it. Like, no, we're not making it. Or no, we're not. No, we're not. No,
well, I was a little upset because what's his name? The dude behind the crazy dude that does Gears. Why can't I fucking remember his name? I could just picture him with a chainsaw. He's like the guy that goes and talks about him all the time. He made on Lawbreakers and then he did all that shit.
Cliffy V?
Yeah, Cliffy's always on Twitter.
Cliffy V. Wasn't Cliffy V making it? Wasn't he involved in the Gears movie? But then I hear that he was making like a musical. So now I'm like, what the fuck did Cliffy V say on it?
Cliffy V he's like a dude that you can't keep him like focused on one thing. I think he's just too impatient. He's just too like,
yeah.
I do whatever the fuck I want to do. Fuck you guys.
And he just tweets about how his hot wife gets hit on at bars. So it's like, oh, I just want you to focus on this shit.
I follow Cliffy on there, and basically he said he's got a good relationship with him, and that they do lean on him for, lore and information regarding Gears, but it doesn't sound like he's directly involved.
Okay, that's probably a good thing, though. I actually, what you just said, it kind of eases my heart. So I hope it comes out all
right.
He
said they got a good relationship. That was his last tweet, or it's been his last several regarding that movie. So.
Yeah, so I guess
if it's going to happen at all.
You can just work on his musical instead, so works out.
Sure.
New Broadway musical.
And his Sugar Mama.
Broadway musical, sorry.
Oh, I'm sure there's a lot more other series, guys, that we, didn't mention. We can go into for hours, but...
there's plenty of series I love that, that are just, like, insanely wonderful stories or whatever. People love God of War.
Yeah, they do.
People love Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Best series ever
your Battlefields,
made.
Your CODs,
Call of Duty. Yeah. Next question.
Next and last one from Mark Cox. He asks, what is your favorite breakfast cereal?
There's so many
you know what's
ones.
You know what's really good is the Super Mario cereal.
What? No, I hear
my kid loves
Captain
it. Yeah.
Crunch.
I like Fruity Pebbles the most.
That's the one that came
like
to
milk.
my mind first. Fruity
Man,
Pebbles.
as a kid, I love cereal. It's just like I remember as a kid one day that like I realized I was drinking milk while eating cereal, and I just hate milk, so I just cut cereal out altogether. But I'll eat Fruity Pebbles dry like that. Oh, Cookie Crisp was really fucking good too.
Yeah, Cookie Crisp are good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cookie Crisp, Fruity Pebbles is up there with like one of my favorites.
Captain Crunch is pretty fucking good too, though. That's
actually, it's just like no, I'm not into Captain Crunch. Trix was really good.
Trix is good.
Trix is good shit.
I'm down for just some plain ass Cheerios.
I was about to say, I like cornflakes. No,
I know.
I had cornflakes for breakfast this morning.
I was thinking frosted flakes. I'm like, no, that's too crazy for Gunny. He's going the one below it.
Yeah, the cornflakes.
I like cornflakes.
I had cornflakes today. Yesterday was the Super Mario cereal.
Do you like the basic ass Cheerios?
Yeah, I like just the regular ones.
That's so lame.
Because then I can add like a banana to it and throw in some sugar and kind of sweeten it up myself. Throw in a couple strawberries. Make it healthy.
Honey Nut Cheerios, man. Who the fuck put strawberries?
Oh, man.
No, Honey Nut's good.
What kind of fucking cereal are you eating, Gunny? Gunny's eating like commercial cereal where he's putting fucking strawberries in the cereal.
You've got to add stuff to
it. So Oprah.
I mean, unless you're eating like a regular sugar. Again, if I'm eating the Mario cereal, it's just that and almond milk for me.
Yeah.
Almond milk, yeah. You're like, what? Unsweetened almond milk. Not a big sugar fan.
That sounds pretty good. Yeah, but actually, the whole almond milk might reignite my cereal.
John, get the, here's what I do. I'm a big sweet and low, saccharin, whatever. I know it's going to get me with cancer one of these days, but I think it's sweeter and it's just got less calories. I just buy the almond milk. Just buy any brand.
Cool.
Any brand of almond milk, unsweetened. Or you can get like the vanilla version and, it's got decent amount of sugar in it. And
I'll probably get some fancy ass organic Oregon version. But
the brand that I get, I don't know the name of it, but I get the one that's already refrigerated. Like not the one that's kind of sitting on a shelf and it's
totally
shelter, but
yeah, because those have like preservatives and shit. You can't use that in your body.
No, I don't buy those. I buy the ones that are already in the cooler. So if you go to Target or Safeway or Lucky's or whatever you got up there, buy those.
Well, I got a Albertsons right next door, across the street from my pot shop.
No, Albertsons. Now it's in California. It's called Lucky's of California, because I think they might be back east or Pathmark and whatever the name now. Same thing as Albertsons.
Yeah.
Same company. Same shit.
Yeah, you guys don't have Fred Meyer's down there either. It's called some other weird shit, like Sam's Club, I think. Or
we don't have Fred Meyer's. No, we got Costco.
No, it's not called Sam's Club. Isn't it called like Kroger or something like that?
Oh, Kroger.
It's Fred Meyer's, and we don't have.
Yeah. Oh, you guys don't have those at all?
No, Safeway owns the market here. It's Safeway, Northern California, and then Safeway has another brand called Vons, and that's Safeway.
I remember Vons. They used to be in Vegas growing up. I remember they went out of business in Vegas.
Yeah, Safeway bought them up. So
yeah, there's Safeway.
Safeway's not very.
Safeway.
There's a couple Safeways.
There's a lot of Safeways, dude. I was Safeway in my town.
Every town has two here. So I don't go there.
Safeway.
Albertsons
Albertsons is going out of business, right? They're the ones that went bankrupt and just went out of business.
Yeah, I'm surprised to see the one over here. It takes me back to the 80s whenever I go inside of it. It's awesome.
They all just shut down. They all got bought up by Safeway, dude.
I know. I'm surprised to see one. I'm like, holy shit, it's an Albertsons. And yeah, it's...
Hey, do you guys have these, I think they're called Walmart home stores or something like that? They're basically not like a normal Walmart. They've got like some food and...
The grocery version. They opened one up, but it didn't they opened one up by me, but it lasted like a year. And now it's like a fitness gym.
Yeah, I've noticed that too. It's either becoming a fitness gym or a Walmart home store. So where I live.
So, but yep, groceries. That's awesome.
Hey, we have one other question. I forgot to ask on Discord. It was a couple weeks ago from Pork Chop Poo from Discord. He wants to know if anybody's hyped for a new Toe Jam and Earl game, just as much as he is.
How did you read that name?
Toe Jam Poo.
Oh, I wrote it down from Discord, but
Pork Chop Poo. Oh, PCP.
That's what it is.
Isn't it Pork Chapo?
Pork Chapo? No, it's got 2 O's.
Pork Chapo. Okay.
Oh, Pork Chop. Oh, sorry, Pork Chop.
Whatever,
called you
Pork
Poo.
Chop.
Hey, I played a Toe Jam and Earl, I think on, was it the 2DS?
I never played one.
I played it on the Genesis. I liked it on the Genesis way back when, because it was 2-player co-op and I was playing with my bros. I went through that quite a bit.
Nope. Don't know what the fuck that is.
Good game.
It's probably going to be a new Switch game, right?
Basically, two stoner aliens just cruising through the galaxy, doing stupid shit. They're like DJs. Wee, wee, wee. It's kind of like it feels like it'd be in the same vein as like people a generation later that might like Proper the Rapper or something like that. It's like kind of a funky off game that's not normal. You just go around and just like funk it up with. It's weird.
I could be off base, John, but every time I think Toe Jam and Earl, I always think of like this generation's SpongeBob and Patrick.
Oh, that definitely, it's very, I could see that. That definitely.
Maybe because they're both orange. I don't know. They're both the same shape.
Well, they're all kind of goofy. It's like the duo, and like one of them's a little bit more like, and the other one's like, what to do?
Yeah, right. And I have like a kart racer I played on there as well.
I could see Toe Jam and Earl like actually coming back and making a cool game. It's been long enough. But yeah, I don't think a lot of people would know about it, so it'd be weird.
Yeah.
It's like the same type of people that would like Bonk's Adventure. It's like, do you guys like Bonk?
I think I've played it before.
Jesus has no idea what the fuck Bonk is.
I know what it is, yeah.
Oh, so yeah. That's like, it's basically an obscure obscure games for a generation above Jesus's or whatever. So all just weird shit.
You mean old people games?
Obscure old people games. So yeah, there we go.
Out of the
Some Herzog Zooey on the Genesis. Woo!
Yeah. Yeah. I had a Genesis system growing up. I had a Genesis. I had a Super Nintendo.
I never had a Genesis.
Had a Nintendo.
I played on it, never owned it. Friends.
Oh man, I got a Genesis.
I want to say like around, what year was it? 98, 97. Got a PS1.
But in my middle school, you had to have a Genesis to be cool.
Was it like the cool thing to have?
It was a cool thing to have because it came out with not Primal Rage. Oh my god, what the fuck is the game that came out on that? Oh, I can picture in my head where you turn into a werewolf. No, you turn Ultra Beasts. It came with Ultra Beasts.
Yep.
And that was like the
I remember that in yep.
Yeah, it's
at the arcade.
That was a cool thing to have back then, huh?
It was in Sacramento. You better Nintendo's weren't
in my middle school. What was the cool thing to have? I think it was.
Nobody cared about Nintendo, so it had to be a Genesis.
It was the PS1 and then the PS2. That was a cool thing to have growing up in my area. PS2. Everyone had a PS2. The Dreamcast was like a cool thing to have, but only the rich kids had those.
Yeah, yep.
See, I was every days when the Dreamcast was out, so it was just everybody had one, and it was just hack the fuck. Yeah. So basically, it's like here's my Dreamcast, and here's my big old wallet of games, and you're like, all right, cool.
Dreamcast had like a pretty good library of games. I remember my cousin got one, and I remember just playing some of those games on it. They were fun as fuck.
They were good.
He didn't have the Dreamcast very long, though. I remember he had it for like maybe a year or two. That's how long it lasted, though, right? Like a year or two.
Oh, yeah. There's a bunch of shit that came out around then.
How long did Sega CD last?
Not long at all. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if anything came out around. I guess the PlayStation was... Nothing really came out for it. The Sega CD probably had like 20 releases and then cut off. I had a Jaguar when I was a kid. That was pretty cool.
That's what I was thinking of was a Jaguar. Coworker had one. So he's like, oh, I bought one. I'm like, damn, you rich, bro? You know?
I don't know how I have no idea how the fuck I pulled that off as a kid. But yeah, me and my brothers had one and we were pretty excited about it. But the really only good game on there was Aliens vs. Predator. Everything else was like... You wanted to be cool, but you knew it wasn't cool. Like, this is pretty fucking lame. And you couldn't tell your parents it was lame. You're like, oh, this is pretty rad. Just go with it. But,
Tom, what do you think about the in the latest news that the new Alien game is going to be mobile? I mean, is that something you were invested in anyway?
Who cares?
Yeah. No,
That's what I say. It's not like, I was so looking forward to playing that on the Xbox. It was going to pre-order or something.
No one gives a shit, dude.
Yeah,
no, I don't think so.
I mean, I could see if it was a console release, if it was like say like Fortnite, where if they made console releases and made a mobile version with the same graphics, just like, hey, you can access it here, like that'd be pretty tight. I don't know what they're going for on this one.
To me, I think that they might go for like an AR, augmented reality experience.
What I would like to see, as far as Alien wise, it'd be awesome if like you and 100 people were in it.
Your alien is in your house and he's going to hunt you, so you have to outrun him with the camera on your phone. Yeah.
Nah, they don't do... I don't think... It might be some top-down silliness, but...
No, it's going to be lame.
It might be like $5.99 on the App Store.
Who cares?
Oh, wait. Was that your guys' pitches of Alien games?
Well, my pitch is an AR game where you're in your house and the alien is in your house and you can see through your camera...
Oh, shit.
And you got to find the alien.
That'd be a good way to fuck your kid up.
And you got like the little...
You're like, here, check this out. There's an alien in the house.
Oh, yeah, take your phone around,
and
right?
you have the like the motion track going...
Anytime you're bad, this thing will get mad at you. Anytime you're a bad kid, it knows.
Yeah.
Oh man, no, I would like to see like a thing where like it's like you and 100 people are on this like space station, and an alien instance happens. So like basically last one to survive would be kind of cool. So if there's like a bunch of players. So as you got
not so much a battle royale, but then you've got that scanner. Remember the scanner? Like beep, 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 beep.
So you can hide in ducks and hide and do other things to try to give away position of other players, but you just try to be the last one to live.
What if the more players the alien kills, the more aliens? Those players become aliens.
Oh, yeah, totally. Because in the movie they have the alien queen, so the aliens would just drag the players off and then put them in the eggs, and then they would become. Well, they become food or hosts for the alien eggs that hatch out. So yeah, the longer the game goes, the more aliens come out because of that. Not even. I guess just
right away. Right away, you like become an alien. When the game's you die, you become an alien. 5 seconds later, boom.
Oh man. Well, what if it was like So basically, 5 seconds later, you wake up and you're an alien popping out of the chest of a human. And then you go right over.
Yep.
Yeah, that'd be cool. And then lost.
You got special abilities as the alien. You can see through walls or smell or whatever. See footsteps or whatever.
It could be kind of cool.
Pretty cool. But as the soldiers, they got to make those guys pretty powerful too, right? So they got like the trackers, fucking guns, flamethrowers and shit. Oh, fuck shit up.
So you can pay to be a soldier instead of just a scientist inside. I got a gun.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
That'd be pretty sweet.
That would be a cool game, actually, I think.
I'm on it.
The only downside of that game is it's an online game, and you gotta have 100 players. So that's kind of impossible.
I mean who the fuck plays 100-player co-op game?
Who does that nowadays? It's impossible to get 100 players in one lobby, guys. It's impossible. You can't do it.
Hey, I got a guy at work to buy PUBG.
Nobody's that dumb.
'Cause that's the system he has.
Yeah.
Because he knows
You know,
he knows what Fortnite is. He doesn't consider himself such a gamer, but I'm like, nah, dude, you got to play PUBG since you're into like Call of Duty. You know, you're gonna like this.
Wait.
military
Did you
shooter.
get Call of Duty?
Wait. Hold the phone. You talked to your friend that plays Call of Duty into buying PUBG instead of buying Call of Duty 4?
No. Instead of buying
Or
Fortnite,
instead of playing, does he have Call of Duty Black Ops 5 or whatever the new Black Ops?
he has World at War 2. He's a little behind the curve on gaming.
So why didn't you talk him into the new Call of Duty?
What kind of friend are you?
He has derailed the fuck out of you.
I don't know. I think because we were just he was saying that he gets I think because it was only $20 versus
60?
something that's going to be like probably 50 or 60.
40 or yeah.
Yeah.
Why didn't you get him
see
to
that.
buy a Game Pass?
He's on
Because he's
PS4.
on PS4.
Oh,
Yeah.
lame. Okay.
Because at first I wanted to tell him he couldn't play PUBG, and I was like, wait a minute, hold on. Wait, it's on PS4 now. He goes, it is? And he goes, I go, yeah, so. And
So you're going to be the only one in there playing?
I know.
Like,
no,
dude,
because
I could never find a lobby.
There were a couple other people in the store that were like, oh, PUBG rules. So that's what kind of got, that conversation rolling. So then I'm like,
okay.
Xbox, and they're like, PC. I was like, okay, so we're all three of us are on different systems. So
Like, fine, PS4.
If you would have told him to play Fortnite, he could play with people on Xbox.
yeah, and so he had even said he had even mentioned first that he goes, I don't like the building aspect. I'm like, hey, I'm in the same boat. It's not for me either. I said, if we were 12, or 18 or whatever it is, but, since he was like, 26 and I'm an old guy and I'm just like, you got to play the military shooter. And I said, it's fairly cheap. It's cheaper than Black Ops 4. So, if money's an issue. So I think I steered him in the right direction. He'd like it.
It's only $20 on PS4. I thought it was 30.
I thought, I don't know. I just threw that number out there, but now you're going to make me look before I text him again and make sure.
Tell him to get an Xbox.
Don't think of Call of Duty. There's so many more fucking people playing that game, and it has more.
Yeah,
of a feature.
well, I think he got it for his birthday or Christmas or something, so it's not like us, man. We just go out and buy new consoles. Speaking of, PCs and
Oh, yeah.
I posted
we were
this
just
in
talking about
Discord.
PCs.
I posted it in Discord. I haven't put it on the group chat yet because I wanted to talk to you about it first. Well, let me start at the beginning really quick. Okay, so as you guys know, I bought the new monitor. It's like the super nice $500 monitor that I bought from Asus.
Yeah, waste of money.
Right?
PC Master Race.
Yeah, I mean, you got to have that, right? 40p. It doesn't have HDR. It's not 4K, but, it's $500, not $1,000. Got the mid-range. And I also bought the GTX 1070 Ti graphics card.
That's very awesome. Good job.
Yeah, so I wanted an upgrade. I've got this 1063 gig. This one's like 8 gigs, So it's going to be an upgrade for me. Cost me almost $1,000, right? So as you know, I've got this iBuyPower PC case. It's compact, right? It's not like super tiny, but it's, it's a decent size case.
It's tiny enough. Okay.
So hook the monitor up. That's fine. Go to replace the graphics card. I'm like, fuck, this 1070 is like way bigger than what it should be for the case. I could damn near get it in there, but then I can't use any the, what are they called? The PC plugs or whatever to make it actual 1440 display port, right?
Oh, okay.
Can't use any of the ports at the bottom. I'm like, God damn it, right? So what are my options, right? I told the wife, I'm like, all right, you can return it. The thing's like $500. So I can return it. I can get a PS4. Get a headset with it, maybe a gift card, a game or something.
Yeah, PSVR. Do it.
Tell you what, I talked to Theo in Discord. Talked to my PC cohorts, and I had already looked at like a case, like a midsize. And, they range anywhere from like $70 to $300,
Wait, it's a big deal right now that your monitor doesn't fit in your monitor space?
The what now?
Your computer monitor doesn't fit in monitor case? Because then
No, like the monitor, like what I'm looking at you right now, is perfectly fine. It's the same size as what I had last time. It's the actual computer case that I can't fit the new hardware in.
Gotcha. Okay, sorry, I was
because that 1070 Ti is a lot thicker. It's got like a I would say, where the 1060 is like real slim and
I see.
Fits in there nice,
and it's big enough to where you don't have access to the ports because of how
right.
Yeah.
And besides, it was just a bitch to try and fit in there anyway. It would have been like it sits right up against the power supply. Again, being that like compact case. So anyway, put one in the cart, and finally, I was hoping the wife was going to get me a PS4. She's like, "Oh, your gift's here." I'm like, "Yeah, I got my PS4." She goes, "No." I'm like, "You got the PC case, didn't you?" She goes, "Yeah, I did." So she hates Sony, I guess. But yeah, it wasn't. Damn it,
Oh, so close.
I get to upgrade my PC.
Yeah. No, totally.
This case is humongous. I can't give you the exact dimensions on it, but
she got you a ginormous case.
Does your head fit inside your case?
Huh?
Can you put the case over your fucking head?
Oh my god! No! I just got the greatest idea. Gunny, can you fit a PS4 in that case?
Johnathan,
look, shit!
It sounds like you inside this case. Okay.
No. Put your PS4 in that case.
Yeah.
Run the PSVR. Yeah.
A couple Xbox One X's in there. No problem.
You can put the PSVR and the PSVR thing that you have to fucking have and the PS thing in that case. Tell your wife that's a video card and the VR kit.
I can put like the number 2 L's in there.
Yeah, the PSVR, the PS4 is the price of a fucking video card. It is. Man.
Cheaper.
I know, and I was hoping that again I had it in her cart.
Every time she comes in, she's like, "Oh, I'm glad that you're loving the case I got you. Honey, it's the best. I love the case so much.
Best case ever."
Yeah.
She's gonna be like, "Why are you playing with that black controller? What is that? Is that a PlayStation controller?" And her eyes are gonna turn red.
Is that a Sony controller?
I can whoop your ass.
I'm gonna get Sony.
Put a couple of stickers over.
She walks in. Gunny drops the controller, and he's like tapping on his keyboard.
I'm gonna put a big God of War poster on the.
What did I say about Sony?
She walks in the room. Gunny's just tapping his keyboard all fast. Like, why is the character not moving?
I thought you and Sony were done with. I thought Sony were over.
Hate for Sony, You just fuck me up. I'm like, I hate Sony. I'm like, oh yeah, that's true.
Went and got you a Switch that you never use.
I know. I told I could trade it in.
That $300, that would have been more than half of a PS4 already. It would have been a regular PS4 right there.
I just want to see Gunny play some PSVR driving games.
Right, just a regular ass PS4 is what I wanted.
You're and then blown.
Its Target doesn't really have like a bundle like in store. Well, they probably had one on the website. They could have said, "Hey, what kind of PS4 game?" But no. I've got the Xbox One sitting in the living room that the kid never touches. He's got a new Razer laptop, so that collects dust. So I don't know. Either way, again. Can't wait to upgrade. I already like the new monitor that I have. It's got it looks a lot better. It doesn't have that weird lightage. It's like equal across the screen. It's just a lot better looking. So as far as lighting goes, get 165 hertz. So hoorah.
That's pretty cool. In my PSVR, I have a 20-foot by 10-foot monitor. Yeah. That's be crazy. Sorry.
Yeah. So, but here's
I'm addicted. I don't know. I'm an asshole. I feel so bad.
And I already know what everybody's going to say, except for Jesus, right? Because a lot of the PC people, it's so easy, right? Even Ryan says it's so easy. You can hook this all up. I'm sure it is, but I'll probably fry the motherboard in the process.
And
next week, Gunny will be like, "Guys, I told my wife that I fried the motherboard." And I told her to, instead of buying me a new motherboard, to give me a PS4, and she bought me an $8,000 motherboard.
She's gonna kill me, isn't she?
A fireproof motherboard.
She bought me a $10,000 PC. I don't know what to do, guys.
Because here's the thing now, right? Because now what do I have to do? I have to take this, I buy power, the guts out of it. You need the motherboard. and try and figure out how this all goes into this new Corsair. What is it? It's the Corsair Carbide Series Air 540.
Fuck yeah.
Rah.
Carbide.
Corsairs.
No, I saw one today. I was looking on YouTube. There's one for like $500. It was fucking beautiful. Should have got that one instead. It was just...
Are you going to put the fancy lights? Are you going to put fancy lights in your case?
No. The only lights I have like on this one, if you open it all up, it's got like the memory. It's like all red. So it doesn't... There's no LED or like different
colors. You need to go
colors.
Super PC Master Race, bro, and put some lights in there.
Dude, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to switch. I'm going to sell the Xbox One, not the X that I have here. Right? Maybe sell a controller and go get some like more PC stuff. Make it all
that
flash.
You'll never use to play an actual game at 4K or whatever because you'll be playing indie titles.
Demon Paper Cutter, dude. It'll look like the cops are here. Like fucking like red and blue lights will be flashing and neighbors going to be calling. What's going on in the bedroom?
Gunny's playing fucking Minecraft. It runs at 200 frames a second, guys. Whoa. It's okay, Gunny. One day you'll own a PlayStation. Wish me luck on that
because I don't know where the hell I'm going to put it. I'm going to have to take this podcast, the arm, and the actual attachment that I'm talking on right now. I don't know what I'm going to do as far as... That's my concern, too. I'm like, I think podcasting is just as important to me as like gaming on a PC that already works, and here I have to tear the whole thing apart. I do have Mayo to help me and a few other guys that, will help me if needed to hook up what pin goes to what.
When are you taking your PC apart?
I think tomorrow morning I'm going to start.
3 weeks later. Gunny has parts everywhere laying there. This doesn't... I don't know how to put this back together. Gunny's like, you can just see him like looking at schematics and shit. Like, all right, this goes here. Red wire, blue wire. Don't know where this goes. Looking Gunny.
Expect a picture in Discord because maybe I'll put it on Facebook group too. You'll just see a picture. It looks like R2D2 threw up.
You should take pictures. Okay, Gunny, this is what I do when I take it apart. I do the following: take pictures of the connections of where they're at and what goes to what. That way, in case somehow you forget that something goes plugged into something, or when you turn it on, something doesn't work, you can reference the pictures to realize what's not plugged in.
That's a good idea. Yeah, because Mayo also mentioned to like label.
Yeah.
What pin goes to where. So he said that's important, especially
easier,
like
man.
The power reset and stuff, and like ports in the front. Frequency. Yeah. So I'm not super confident, that I'll get it. Yeah. Again, I've got laptops. I've got everything here for podcasting, but I don't want to screw it up, man. So I'll take my time.
Don't screw it up, Gunny. The world is counting on you.
PC Master Race Group is behind me.
Yeah. Yes.
Cool. So
Anyways,
that's the update on PC life.
Anyways, since Gunny keeps buying PC parts, I guess, Gunny.
Hey, I'm still gaming on the old Xbox. That's where I'm
still gaming on that Switch you got over there.
I see it. Yeah, I took that with me this weekend and played demos. I can't think of the name of this platforming game that I played, but you know what? Me and my kid played more. I think it's called One More Jump. We're still playing that. No, I bought it. It's called One More Jump. Really good. Check it out.
Okay.
I think it's on tablets too.
Well, with that being said, people, I think the show is over here. You can follow me and find me on Twitter at JesusWalksLot, on Xbox at JesusWalksLot, on PlayStation as GSUS Walks a Lot, because fuck you, Sony. I'll keep saying that. And in the Facebook group, Horrible Gamers Podcast Community. You can also find me on the page, Horrible Gamers Podcast page on Facebook. And email me, feedback@horriblegamers.com. Go straight to my phone.
Baby, can I get your number?
I'm done. Where can we find you, Gunny?
Find me on Xbox Live, Gunny Chief. And on Steam, I think it's Gunny Chief or The Gunny Chief. Twitter, Gunny Chief. What about you, Pen?
Oh, Penpointred on everything. PenPointred.
You look high.
What are you talking about?
HAF.
I'm just a little high. I'm just a little high.
I'm looking at that raccoon behind you on that disc thing.
Oh, it's a painted vinyl by just one raccoon.
Is
that
a
is
band?
a painted vinyl.
Band or
it's
something?
an actual vinyl. I like it.
No.
Just one raccoon is like a person?
Yeah, he's like a street artist in Portland. He does a lot of cool...
His name is Just One Raccoon?
Yeah, and he does a lot of raccoons around town and shit.
That's where I see all the raccoons
Okay.
around town. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a little graffiti dude here in town.
He's the guy out there at 2 a.m. looking
Painting
for
raccoons everywhere.
Kicking over trash cans. No, I don't think he does that. Getting in fights with dogs.
He's dressed like a raccoon painting the walls.
You thought Portland had a raccoon problem, but no, it's just one dude. Just one raccoon.
One guy causing all the problems.
But yeah, no, I'm working on getting high though. I'm only a little high. So just give me a couple more hours, okay?
Well, I want to play some
Still early.
some sniper
I know, I just like
challenge on Hitman, and I want to play some Kingdom 2 Crowns, man.
Kingdom 2 Crowns. I'll play with that with you.
I'm down.
Yeah.
Let me know, guys. Who's gonna be on first? I'll play with you. Doesn't matter. We're out of
I
here.
gotta take a piss and then
We're done. Bye, people. Peace out, Brussels sprouts. I'll catch you on the next week's edition of the Horrible Gamers Podcast. We're out. Goodbye.
Reckless controllers. Cases. Go to bed.
wake up and get high as fuck, guys.
Bye.